Hello, hello. Sorry about the longer than usual wait there, folks. But we are here. How's it going, everybody?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I have returned. Sorry if I cough. I will try to mute the mic. Welcome back, everyone. Is that Ghost? Do I know you? Do I know Ghost?
Do you know Ghost? Yeah, you do.
Oh, hi, Ghost.
His name starts with a D, ends with a Mang, and he went to...
I was gonna say his whole name, but...
He lived in Japan with us.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie, time to
I don't know what's happening.
turn around. Stand up.
Okay, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, here I am.
Okay, follow us.
For the record, I was trying to move, but I was sitting.
Yeah. What's going on? Disgruntled Ghost, good to see you, man. Sorry, I missed a lot. I was like taking my dogs out right before the stream started. So. Yadisroth, thanks for the follow. Walla Walla the Koala, thanks for the follow. What's going on, Frank? Wrecked? Slazik? Pied, good to see you, man. Pied, I need to hit you with that VIP.
Thanks, Emerus. We're feeling mostly better. Still got a little something, but hanging in there.
No, Larry did not make the starting soon screen. I appreciate that you would ask, though.
That's a bit of a
good.
compliment,
Yeah.
because Larry's graphics are on point.
Vortalis, what's up? Piper, good to see you. Beef, Big Beef, Demarus. I'm feeling pretty good. I had it for like a day, basically.
You basically didn't have it.
Abrupt. Cleek. Oh man, big Lexivinos here. Cleek Deek, what's going on? Fanner, thank you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you to say.
All right, we got to be a little careful here to not run into any of these merbs.
Thanks, everyone, for the welcome back. I was just gone for a day. I will be gone next Saturday. Not sick. I've just already planned to be out of town. But then, the following Saturday.
Will you be back on the stream that Monday?
I'll be back on Monday.
Okay.
I'll only miss next Saturday.
Look out for this skeleton here. Just gonna zoom in close to the wall. Arcadius, okay, good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I streamed a lot and then I stopped, got bored with it kind of, and also I was like leading a guild, which I still am leading a guild, but it was tough, you know what I mean? So now I just stream on the non-guild raid nights for the most part. But yeah, I stream Everquest. This is day 1 of week 3 back for us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's stream number 7 back. Wrecked. What is going on? This is a permadeath stream, so if any of us die, boom, we're gone. Delete the characters, and it has happened many times in the last 2 weeks.
Okay. Are we just going to like the entrance, or are we?
No, we're gonna go deep into the thing, but you should buff us if you have some buffs.
I do have some buffs. Are we adding Rec to the group?
I invited him.
Okay.
Accept the invite, Wrecked.
Why do we always go the hard? That's kind of Zaide's way.
The hard way. Is there an easy way? I guess like looping around the front of like the newbie area, Field of Bone might be easier. Were you Arcadius on Vulak? Oh, so you were in Black Syndicate then. Slazik, will you be joining us today? Daydark, what's going on, dude? We're doing some more Kern's Tower. Lovely Charlie is back. Dinosaur wants to join. I'm going to pop out really quick to guild invite Dinosaur.
What should I let go of for Courage? Because this is like too expensive to be centering everyone. Do I need to soothe or do I need to ward undead? I feel like there's undead here, right? So.
Yeah, there's undead here. I'd say just drop soothe.
For anyone that's new, I am playing a cleric. I don't know how to play a cleric, so we're doing our best.
You had a good family reunion. That's great. Do you like normally do family reunions? I didn't even. So how long was Dark Disciples around? And was Darth in Dark Disciples? By the way, let us know if audio is messed up or anything. Early on, ideally. Since the last stream, we have not really done anything on me. Still the same exact gear. I bought some of my spells for level 15 because I am like 1 kill away from 15. Trolley, on the other hand, has some fancy new armor, some small bandit on her, so she's looking really great.
Nice and shiny.
Yep.
Normally do a family reunion. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Oh, Slash Chanter's over here. Let's grab him.
The visual is terrible. I don't know.
Frank just hates the UI.
Oh, okay.
Trolley was like nervous that the stream was messed up.
No, I just figured he was like insulting us.
No, I just have brain rot, so I play this way. Greetings, Asmarella. Good to see you. Good to see you, Asmarella. I think you were going to send me a link of something, right? I'm terrible about checking DMs on Twitch, though.
Welcome back, Asmarella.
You ran 6 clerics in EOE. Dang.
Okay. Slash Chanter. I wonder who that is. Go ahead and center. Or I guess courage, right? Okay.
Boom.
So
Ding 15.
Should I do armor?
Only armor on me, I would say.
Okay.
And if Zerel comes, armor him. But yeah, just bother.
Fire. Oh, yeah, if Zerel comes, okay.
So I've got 4 new spells to memo. I'm sure it'll be really, really quick. Psych.
30% of your DMs are about how much EQ sucks in various iterations.
Yeah, Frank likes only the worst expansions of EQ. So he'll be like, oh yeah, Legacy of Yukesha, that one's great. Lost Dungeons of Norath, my favorite. Prophecy of Ro, best one ever. Just think about that, chat. When you hear something from Frank, his favorite expansion is Prophecy of Ro.
I imagine that's some sort of deep cut that I don't understand.
If you played through Prophecy of Ro, you would. I hate that I can't move my bag around the screen while I'm memming a spell really slowly, and like I can't see my progress on memming it. There we go.
That's right, mine was Diorama and EQ2. About the War of the Fae. That sounds intriguing.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Mako, it's good to see you, by the way. Thanks for the follow.
Extended family reunion every 3 to 4 years. Who is there? One person that's in charge of like arranging it, or like one group of family members? That sounds like quite the undertaking.
Frank, I heard you are going to be the next big PLer on Mischief. You know what feels bad, chat? After tonight's stream, I have to go run for 30 minutes. I made like a workout plan with my friend. We don't live near each other, so it's like a virtual workout plan. Like we both just agreed to do the same workout and like post, you know, that you did it to keep each other honest and active. And he hit me up and said he did his, and I was like, shit. I had to come home early because there was like some work being done. They replaced like every light and toilet in my house today.
They were like, what's everything that needs to be fixed in your home? Let's do it all today.
Yeah. And the air conditioner, pretty much. This cool thing happened where Saturday, it was Saturday, right? Yeah, Saturday, like in the middle of the stream, the air conditioner started to leak through the wall. Which was really neat because I have like $20,000 worth of Magic the Gathering cards from back in the day in that closet.
The cards were not harmed.
If you tell Ansel something, it is a guarantee that everyone will know. I told Ansel that I was not going to come back to Mischief potentially, and like the next day I got like 40 DMs. And then I consequently came back to Mischief. It's only one card.
But it's a Black Lotus.
You ready to do the workout plan, Zrel? Zrel, just understand that it's like a real fat boy workout plan. I wanted to make a workout plan that could be done lazily enough that I wouldn't quit immediately. You know what I mean? Because I'll make like a real technical workout plan, and I'll I'll be like, it's too much work and just not do it. Man, I know it's really exciting watching me mem these spells.
It's alright.
While the buffs that everyone just spent all their mana casting tick away.
I would have, waited, but, here we are. It's one group of family that deals with it. Grandpa was raised in short. Well, that's cool. Well, that's great that you have, like, that one core. There's always that one family that, like, does the history. Like, I have this one uncle who, like, did the whole... There's, like, a novel on, like, my family history on my dad's side. I haven't read it, but they're very committed to it. Working out is too much work. Just get pizza.
I wish.
Fair enough. Do, like, an EQ workout plan.
Every time I watch one of the VODs, I'm like motivated to work out again. I'm like, oh god, I need to lose like 40 pounds. Or someone will like give me a shout out in another stream and it'll pull up a clip from like 4 years ago when I was like thin. We got the new pet.
Thank you for
Bringing darkness.
the messages. I am probably still gonna I'm gonna try really hard not to like clear my throat on stream, and I apologize in advance.
If you need to, you could just let me know and I'll press the...
Yeah, sometimes it just hit, like, coughs I can feel in advance, but, like, the clearing the throat is sometimes just, like, it just hits you. But I'm gonna do my best. I really don't want to. Got cough drops? I don't, because I am not good at being prepared. I, like, bought my daughter, like, these little lollipops, but I didn't get anything for myself.
Just don't clear your schedule.
Alright. How much longer?
I got one more spell.
Okay.
I'll do it later, so we don't...
Oh, I didn't buff myself. No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
Yeah, I care about everyone else first. That's how it is.
That's a good way to be.
But also now it, like, messes up my timer, because usually I keep my own buff as my timer.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to watch your screen.
Oh yeah, she does.
I do still have it, Thrill, and I did think about it. Like, that was my one thought. I was like, I can't do this, but now we're gonna miss the party. But I do still have all the booze.
And now you're missing next Saturday too.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
It's gonna have to be a big party the Saturday after that.
We're gonna have to. Well, the problem is if I die.
Yeah. A trap of logic. Thank you for that sub.
We might have like a Tuesday. We could do like a party tomorrow. Just
Maybe.
assuming that's probably bad luck. What if I die in the day? I don't know. But anyway, I will be missing next Saturday, but I will be back.
I right-clicked a random spot on my screen, so it aborted the memorization of Life Spike right as it was finishing. I hate Everquest.
Trap of logic.
A trap of logic. Thank you so much, dude.
Long enough. Well, thanks for coming to the live.
Yeah, that's awesome. It sucks for me because I don't have meditate. Meditate like makes it so much faster.
Yeah.
And
Right. Is it?
Last second.
There it is.
Okay, we're done.
All right, let's go. Let's play this freaking game.
Stop fizzling. Okay.
I think all the buffs did they all wear? No.
Gosh, my pet took 3 bubs of my mana. Insane.
So when do I ward the is that just like a nuke for undead? Is that what that is?
Yep, you could hit it whenever you want.
Okay.
But, you know.
Like, within reason.
Yeah. So we're going to be crawling here until we get to our camp. We're going to be camping the Undead Jester once again. But our group's a little bit stronger now, so we could probably be a little bit more aggressive once we're down there. Last time we were playing it real safe.
Yeah, did you have a healer? I did not watch the stream.
Yeah, Rex was playing his cleric.
Nice.
His cleric was like level 15, though. But what was I was like 11 when we started the last one. Maybe I was 12. So I gained 3 levels. I'll be a lot tankier than when we started. And we've got Rex Druid here, so we'll be solid. Just skip over here. Slazik, you probably don't want to charm anything until your on-call time is off, right?
Yeah, it would be irresponsible.
Once we get down there, I'll do some lore. I'm thinking tonight's lore, we talk about Plane of Hate lore.
208, that is... Talk about exponential growth there. Man, that's impressive. How many people?
Oh, sorry about that. I like muted the mic in the middle of you saying it was crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure they got the gist of it.
Yeah. One hour? I can't wait, Zrel.
We will see you then.
Zrel, what level do you get Ward Undead? Let's just skip past these, actually. We'll kill him. We'll kill him. Good EXP for you guys.
No, I assume these scale bones don't drop booze to add to my collection.
And basically nothing down here drops anything except for bone chips.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to hold off on the party supplies.
138. This is the TAKP server. Here's a little blurb in chat. If you want to get started, it's super easy. They have the whole client for download right there in that link.
Is 15 or is it 14?
14 are your new spells.
Okay.
Once we get down here, we're going to be like deep in the dungeon. I would say we'll just pick up your new spells between tonight and tomorrow's stream.
Yeah.
Assuming no one dies.
This is the last we will talk of death.
Fizzle, 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 fizzle.
That's the theme of Kunark. I agree. That's why I don't like Kunark.
But they'll have like one ultra rare drop they could drop. Like when you have to kill.
I do love like the spell drops. That's pretty sweet. But
oh, you're thinking about like jugs, right?
Yeah. Like you go on jugs and like you just like get a whole spell book right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
But mostly you're just like in like dirt dungeons or in the trees, and I don't care for Kunark.
Yeah, I'm not a Kunark fan. I like Karnors. Leveling in Karnors is kind of fun. But everything's very brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bracer of Hidden's an example. Forest loops from the Frontier Mountains Giants. Same thing. How does Flouts have so much aggro?
Good question, eh?
No.
Nope.
My race is Troll, the best race. Got myself spin stunned. We are a Troll Shadow Knight, Dark Elf Enchanter, Half Elf Bard, High Elf Cleric, and a Halfling Druid. I guess it would help if I turned auto attack on.
Team.
This guy just hit me for 30 damage, dude. Wow.
Human Chanter. It's an illusion.
That was a human chanter. Whoops. I know, man. I can't wait to get Dark Forge in 30 levels.
It's too many casters. No such thing.
I need a rogue. Rogue would be cool. But soon we'll have Zrel, so then it'll be Shadow Knight and Paladin. The group comp is like super suboptimal, but strong survivability.
If we get too good, then Zaide will put us in some risky situation and we'll all die.
Yeah. The only risky part of this run tonight, I think, is the upcoming room, like 2 hallways down.
Okay, well, I'm low on mana, so don't like...
Oh, yeah, no, there's plenty of time. How's your EXP coming along?
I'm 12, so...
Oh, that's really fast.
Seems good.
Charlie was like barely 11.
Yeah. Will you do Green Mist?
Will I do Green Mist? Yeah, sure. Oh, will I do the Green Mist quest? Please don't fear me. Please don't fear me. No, definitely not. It would take too long to get the faction. Yeah, the faction grind with the Ixar for Green Mist would be rough.
And as the bot has pointed out, we do have a merch store. Also, Zaide is running a podcast, Drama Quest. Check it out. At least 1 new episode a week.
Yep.
It's on all major podcast platforms.
Drama Quest has been going really well. The last 2 episodes were really fun. I've got Rallos Sec on deck. We just did that a couple days ago. Wait, what's today? Monday? I did it yesterday morning with an officer / guild leader from MIM. And that was a really good one. On Wednesday, I have Kulas on from Realm of Insanity, former guild leader there. On Friday, I had the guild leader of Eastern Coalition, top guild from Cornav. So those will all come out sometime in the next 3 weeks. I think I'm going to be doing P99 green soon. Grab this guy.
I mean, it's true, Pied. We all know it's true.
Just fizzled to totally out of mana. We'd have to come fight this year because my stupid pet.
Okay.
From Kunar to Omens of War for Talos. That's a good one, man. Yeah, Kakashi was really awesome. He was a really great person to talk to. I think of the people that I've had on the podcast so far, Kakashi seemed like the most chill and humble dude. And you can see why he was able to go the entire duration of Cornav and make it all the way to the end. What I didn't know when I walked into that stream or that podcast interview is that Kakashi was actually the co-leader of Yukon on Lockjaw in the guild Ascending Darkness. Ascending Darkness had this European branch and a US based branch so they could go for mobs 24/7. Never really worked out, but Kakashi led the European branch. All right, we'll just post up right here and med for a sec.
Okay, so our buffs still, yeah,
our buffs are good. Yeah, he has been in like a guild on almost every TLP and usually like does something big in the guilds. He led 2 guilds on Finny, I think. Man, Alka Hess.
Right, so most people are at 40, I'm at 60, so
I think my mana just basically doesn't regen. Here we go. We're gonna move this over if we can. Pet back. Does Pet come back at all?
I think we established it didn't.
He doesn't. He does not care. Just be real careful with the range. That excavator is going to be a hassle. I feel bad because he told me like 4 days ago, but I don't remember. They broke up in Velius though. Walla Walla Koala, you're friends with Forensic, huh?
That's a fun name.
Yeah, I remember Forensic. Forensic is basically just a RMT kingpin now. He like bots a lot of characters to power level or farm something for Chrono and then uses that to fund his real life. Sad existence. Let's move up a little bit here.
Okay.
Just waiting for, there we go.
Sad or living the dream? That's the question, Classic.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. I wonder if I'll get all three. Their aggro ranges are really small here. Arcage Classic.
Do you want lull?
I mean, like, it could be good. Can you lull the guy in the room in the back?
Oh, Flouts was asking, but I could try.
No. Flats,
Oh.
let Flats get it, yeah. Of course.
Done.
The moment we lull this guy, the other dude runs away. Alright, we're fighting him here. His magical skin absorbs the blow.
These guys are like so adorable, but so mean.
They are really cute. I feel like on TAKP, the mobs have like access to their full spell kit. They're like casting runes and dots and fearing me.
They do. Bot says they do have access to their full spell kit.
Does that mean that the high level wizards in lower gut cast Ice Comet?
Probably if they're 49 plus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You should ask Damdor about the bar fight with some guildies at a club sometime. So like real life?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I know Damdor used to always brag about his couple months he spent in Thailand kicking banana trees.
Isn't there a movie?
Yeah, it is exactly after a movie called Kickboxer.
So I was gonna say Kick Puncher, but I think that's like a parody from something else.
Move in, guys.
He about got Mayala killed trying to be Jean-Claude. Well, don't we all want to be Jean-Claude in his prime? Maybe not now.
I wonder what Jean-Claude Van Damme's steroid regimen was back then.
I don't know. I think he had like 5. I think I looked up. He had 5 wives, and he like remarried the 3rd one or something.
I remember reading about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, move down onto the stairs, up to the left.
Grand Librarian is here.
Hello, a Grand Librarian. Let's do a quick trivia. There we go. 7 questions, starting in 30 seconds.
Oh, where's Grimrot when you need him?
Roamer behind. Let's get this guy. How's the healing so far, Trolley? Are you low on mana a lot, or are you good?
I've never dropped below 40 so far, other
That's
than
good.
like early on. So, I mean, it's not terrible. The answer is your mom.
It'll get a little bit harder once we get down on this next floor.
Question 1. The set of islands in the ice-clad ocean are known as...
Ooh.
The Frosty Peaks.
Kind of close.
Everfrost Peaks. No, it's not an island.
No. Flowers, can you lull the left one?
Lunar.
I thought it was the Icy Fingers, but it
It
looks
could
like...
be the Icy Fingers. It could still be the Icy Fingers.
Oh, it's just going to be Icy Fingers.
It is Icy Fingers. Yep. Somebody type it.
Hibernia.
There we go, Fat Matt.
Walla, have you played on any TLPs since Bulak?
Alright, question 2. The deity of sailors and fishermen alike, this ocean lord believes true strength is found in the depths of the seas. Is it? Yeah, no. It's Brexis. Congratulations, Vortalis.
Shit.
I was gonna say that other guy. Finny.
Move up and engage this guy here. Oh, Vortalis got it fast.
Yep.
Gregor Clegane. Nice name and thank you for the follow.
An incompetent chucklehead, this former assistant to the great Alcabor, was caught selling transportation spells on Loveland for minor trinkets. Full name.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, that's a...
Acid Junkie X. Yes, this is very much a proper server. You know, it's always improving, but it's nice and old school, like a CRT TV. Welcome to the chat, by the way, and you too, the funds. This is Kern's, yeah. We're trying to get an Ixar Berserker Club.
Some random name you can't remember. Well, you know. Okay, something Tolvar.
Acid Junkie, thanks for the follow. Yeah, these ones where it's like a name of like a random minor NPC are really tough.
Salnik Tolvar. Sarnak. No. Telzin? I don't.
Ooh, an Undead Jester's over there. Shit.
Circus Television.
Move up.
Alright, it was... skipped.
Singularity, thanks for the follow.
The answer was Sorko Talisvan. Talisvan is on.
It does look like Circus.
Talisvan?
And the funds, thanks for the follow as well. What's my max health? 450? Nice. Black screen medding? I don't know about black screen medding. It has spellbook medding. It's not required though, because the server is in Planes of Power, so it's beyond the point where spellbooks were mandatory. But I'll open my spellbook after this dies so you can see. Is finding groups hard? To be honest, I don't know, because like we're in a guild where everyone in the guild has to be permadeath and has to like not take items from other people outside the guild, self-found permadeath guild. So our experience is kind of weird. Plus, because I stream, like a bunch of people literally just log into group with me every time. The population is about 300, 250 to 300 characters online at any time. You're allowed to box up to 3 characters. Sophiana, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Regime, I'm having a good time. By the way, Regime, good to see you, man. Been having any Baja Blast lately? There you go. That's the spellbook screen.
Alright, question 4. Sacrificing himself in a suicide mission to buy time for his people to escape. This dwarf is the reason all Coldain leaders are bestowed the title Dane. The
this is a good one.
Colin Dane.
Why'd it skip?
Well, it was running for a while.
Oh, it was Colin Dane, yeah,
it was
man.
Colin Dane.
It's my boy.
Alright, so we only have 2 questions answered so far. That was the second skip.
I hate my pet so much. We need to come over here and engage this.
Okay.
My stupid pet keeps jumping on these mobs so I can't pull them. Man, I want to play Baldur's, but, you know, alas. I've been condemned to a lifetime of Everquest. Another question, Trolley.
Oh. What is the name of the captain of guards and command of the Marines? Oh, we know this. What is the name of the captain of guards and command of the Marines in Danik?
This is,
This was...
There you go. Famadil got it. It's Rock Rhyme. I think the answer is just Rock Rhyme.
Yeah.
Taunt just doesn't do anything.
There you go. Famadil got it. Yeah, we had that a different stream ago. Right, 3-way splits.
We have 2 more questions, though. All right, everyone move up. We're going to go into the second cell. Oh, God, wait.
Oh.
Back up. It's busy in there right now.
Who was Lord Yelnak's mate? Now the throne of King Tormax. And then, like, the answer?
Boom, Sagra. Yes.
It said it in the question.
Uh-oh. Where? Oh, Lucerin. Ad? Where's the ad at? I don't see an ad. Got him.
Alright, last one. A name I can't pronounce and Povar make up the three
ECE, Terumar, and Povar make up the three gods of water known as...
Oh, it seems like...
It might just be triumvirate. Or it might be triumvirate of water. Giant Naked Ninja, that is a really good name. Or we've got the Undead Jester on us.
Oh, Permadeath is the winner of trivia.
We have a lot. Oh, so that Lesser Icebone is probably pretty red to us.
Just know I am now getting close to 20%. So don't do anything else.
Spelling is hard, guys. It's okay. How dare you drop no loot on Dead Jester?
Out of mana.
You're out of mana?
Yep.
Okay.
Congratulations, Famdil, for winning trivia.
I feel like last night we spent the entire night in this cell right here and nothing ever pathed into it. Congratulations, Famdil. Thanks, Chinchilla. This is our second or our third Jester kill with no IBC across 2 nights. Did you ever get yours? Oh, you got yours? Nice. How long did it take? Ooh, those guys are mean. Oh wait, I don't need to duck. Oh, that's glorious. Let's come into the prison cell here. This is mostly safe, as long as we keep the pathers down.
Okay. Need
Oh my gosh.
to buff. I need to a lot. Because I have to buff and I have no mana. Alright, inside Slazix, AFK.
Nine Jesters, 35 PHs, that's a long time. We're going to be here for like 5 streams. Alright, let's do some lore. We're going to do Plane of Hate lore, which is really going to be Dark Elf lore. So, as I'm sure all of you know, when after Veeshan scarred Norath and left her brood on the continent of Velius and began the Age of Scale, Brel found out about Norath and wanted to make sure that she didn't have, you know, undue influence, undue power there, so he deposited some of his races. Of course, we know kobolds were first secretly, but he also made a pact with some other gods of influence and brought them along. So those gods that were invited were Tunair, Prexis, and Rallos. They met in a place that we call Dagnor's Cauldron. They met there because it was where the mountains and the ocean and the forest all met, so it was a good place for all of them. Of course, Dagnor's Cauldron used to not be a cauldron. It used to connect right to the ocean. So they all agreed to make their various races. Tunair made the elves, Brel made the dwarves, Prexis made the Kedge, Rallos didn't want to make any deals, but he made his own race. And life went on. Now, one other god was aware of this, but was not invited, and he was very upset about it. Thanks, Rai. That god was Inaruk. He's real upset that he wasn't invited to do this thing. And he's also the god of hate, right? So, not a person that you want to be mad at you. Now, he waited a long time to get his revenge, but over the years, there were some wars between the other races and the dragons, and the elves would go on to become the top race, the preeminent race in power on what we now know as Antonica, but which was at the time known as Tunaria. They lived in a capital city called Takish Hiz, which it was in the middle of a huge forest that is now in an area called the Oasis of Mar. So you can see where this is kind of going. Inaruk eventually disguises himself as an elf and secretes his way into Takashiz. And there he starts a rumor that he's like this magi who's come traveling, and he's got a magical artifact for the young prince Thex. And elves being kind of arrogant and loving magical things, Prince Thex was hard pressed to resist this rumor. So he sought him out and he asked him, hey, I heard that you have this magical item for me. And he said, yes, for a noble such as yourself, I have this magical helmet. And the disguised Inaruk gives him a helmet. He puts the magical helmet on, and boom, the helmet makes him fall under Inaruk's control completely. Now Inaruk plans to take him to the plane of hate, to twist him and make his own race out of him. They go up to the tallest tower in the capital city, which is at the palace, and Inaruk opens a portal to the plane of hate. And as he prepares to walk through the portal, he is stopped by the bodyguards of the prince, and a fight sort of ensues. Not between Inaruk, because Inaruk doesn't really get involved in the fray, but his creatures, his minions, come out of the plane of hate and begin attacking the Kuatadal. So they're battling. The king and queen sense what's going on. They come. They're super powerful because they were created by Tunair to be perfect. They're immensely powerful magical beings. And when they show up, they don't know who Inaruk is, because remember, he's still disguised, but they can sense that there's something extremely powerful, even more powerful than them, about this creature, and that he's not who he seems to be. So they all engage in a battle, and eventually Inaruk just puts a knife to the throat of the prince of the elves. And remember, there was only one race of elves at this time, because the wood elves had not yet separated. But Inaruk comes over and puts a knife to the boy's throat and says, I'll kill him, you know what I mean, if you don't let me take him. And the king and queen make it clear that they're not going to let Inaruk take the kid, living or dead, no matter what happens. And he says instead, well, I'll release him if you agree to come with me in his place. That way he doesn't have to die. And they agree. They say, okay, we'll come. They swear an oath, and because they have never betrayed an oath, Inaruk knows foolishly that they will do what he says. So he releases the boy, assumes his real form so they can see the monster that is in front of them, and they take off all their armor and leave all their magical belongings behind, and they walk through the portal, and the portal closes up. Now, the prince, soon to be king after the coronation, Thex, is distraught. The Kuatadal are distraught. The king and queen were super well liked all across the continent, and they spend the next 100 or so years attempting to find a way to travel to the plane of hate, to lead an army there to rescue the king and queen. They eventually seek out the Shisar, and this is before the Shisar, were destroyed by the Green Mist. They seek out the Shisar and ask the Shisar to teach them a way to access the plane of hate, and the Shisar do. So then they prepare to lead an invasion on the plane of hate. But what they don't know is that the Shisar betray them and warn Inaruk ahead of time that they'll be coming. Now let's go back though, because that was like 100-year time jump. Inaruk takes the king and queen and he makes them prisoners in separate rooms in a palace. They're afforded nice comforts and everything, so their lifestyles are not terrible. But he afflicts the queen with a terrible disease that saps her life, and she'll die after one day with this disease if she doesn't draw on the life force of her husband every single day. Now, part of the magic that was natively imbued into these creatures, these elves, by Tunair, is that they can kind of share life force with one another. So she could just innately take his life if he was willing to give it, and of course he was, because he loves her. So this goes on for like years and years, hundreds of years, or 100 years eventually passes, and every single day he has to go to his wife and she has to sap his energy so that she can stay alive. Eventually she starts to like it, and she tries to hide it from herself, she tries to hide it from him, but over time the forces in Plane of Hate corrupt her, and she begins to really love draining his life force, and every day she drains it as much as she absolutely can without killing him. And for his part, he starts to hate her because he can tell that this is happening. Inaruk lets a servant slip to him which is, by the way, his name was Nathox Thex, that after the feeding on this particular day, they were going to kill him because they no longer needed him. So he wrestled a weapon from the guards and killed them all. And he confronted, he ran. He ran through the Plane of Hate trying to find a way to escape or hide. And the queen, realizing that she wouldn't get her chance to feed like she normally did, flew into a murderous rage and pursued him. Inrook, of course, loved this, thought it was great. So they get into a battle, and she's fighting him. She almost drains all of his life away, and then he nearly kills her, just good old melee damage. So they're separated again, and Inrook then provides them both with servants. And for another 50, 60 years, they fight every day. They have little wars. Inrook jokingly calls it the War of Thex. But over this time, they're slowly twisted and corrupted by hate as they fight each other, try to kill each other all the time. Now, this is when the elves lead their army into the Plane of Hate. They go all the way into the Plane of Hate, and the elves are super powerful at this point in their history, so nothing can stop them. They're just clearing through the plane. Everything falls before them, and then finally they come and they see the sigil, the crest of the House of Thex. But why is it adorned here properly, right? Why is it not torn up or shredded, or why was it not destroyed entirely? And then they see the king and queen come out and face them, and basically everything goes south from there. Those elves either die or become dark elves with the queen and king, who at this point, because of their life-stealing abilities and everything they've gone through, have changed into a dark, pale blue pallor instead of their original lustrous kind of golden white hue. And at that point, the first dark elves were born.
Done.
And that's the story. Lore done. All right, let's go back to chat. Sorry I missed a bunch.
What a tale.
The straw shirt is sick, thank you. It's by Rare Loot. Thanks for the link, Vortalis. Dirtweeds, thank you for the sub, my friend. Riker, thanks for the follow. Sounds like your last marriage, MJJ. It's a good one. Thanks for the applause, Frank.
I think we all thoroughly enjoyed that lore tale. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I make Charlie listen to me rehearse it every day before bed. Not different lore, by the way. I only rehearse the Dark Elf lore.
That's how I fall asleep. I can't do it without the Dark Elf lore. Sometimes when he's out of town, I have to listen to a recording.
Alk Shed 2.
Now, I knew, the first bit of it, about how they all had, the meeting and agreed to create the races and such.
Yeah.
I didn't know the rest.
So I always knew, the general idea, but I didn't know, the specifics until pretty recently of, how he corrupted them. I just thought, okay, he took them to the Plane of Hate, he tortured them, he corrupted them, blah, blah, blah. But actually, it's very specific how it was done. And the tower where he abducted them is still there in the Oasis, right? And if you go to the very top of the tower, you see that symbol with Inrook in the middle and all the gods around it. His symbol's in the middle, and of course the tower to this day is guarded by minions of hate, the specters.
Rareloot.com, though, if you do have an Everquest lover in your life, or maybe you're trying to drop some hints for your own gifts, great place to buy Everquest merch, branded t-shirts. It's where I buy all of Zaide's t-shirts.
All of them?
Well, most of them.
Goodness.
It's a great place for Christmas presents.
I don't know if the website is actually still active. I'm confident if you order something, you'll get the shirt. But they haven't added new content in a long, long time. And I applied to be an affiliate there a while back, and it's been it says, hey, we're going to review your account and then respond in 24 hours. And that was 25 days ago.
Well, if you need some EverQuest merch, you can always visit our merch store. Though it is Drama Quest or Faceless branded.
For now.
For now.
I've been thinking about doing like custom EverQuest art, EverQuest inspired art to put on the shirts. I have not gotten the Berserker Club yet. The one Jester that spawned so far had basically nothing on him. Unrest lore. I mean, I could do Unrest lore.
One time I was at the mall. I want to say it had to have been maybe in Japan. And there was some guy with that red Fippy shirt. It blew my mind.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the Japanese guy with the Fippy shirt. That was awesome. A fun size. Pied, I am level 15 and the guild only has like 10 or 12 people in it. Some people have played and then, you know, they die and they're like, okay, it's not for me after a death or two. So you should come check it out though. It'd be awesome. Oh, yeah, I should use that. You know what, Frank? I've got a thing on my stream deck that I'm supposed to press whenever I want to mark something down for me to come back to it later. And I just always forget to do it. A Bury-Nigh Burwer. Pretty soon we'll be able to go down to the bottom floor and do bargain.
What is bargain?
He is the leader of the Bury-Nigh. Oh, this is not good. I'm sure we're like full mana though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frank, thank you for that. I just need to be more cognizant of it. I get really caught up in the moment of the lore. I don't know how we would do it on this server. I remember when we were doing Mandalorian before taunt nerfing was patched. I swam under the water and I taunted him and pulled him that way, I think. No, ZX is taunted through the floor. But yeah, it gets real hard down there. What level is he? Is he like 20? I know, this is a health potion from Zelda 1, man. Keeps me feeling good. This song sounds like it's like way louder than all the previous songs. Because I can hear it and I couldn't hear the other ones.
It's sad I don't get to like experience the music with everyone else.
RIP.
Just sit here in my silence.
Well, you could listen to any music.
That's true.
You could be listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but it's not really the vibe.
Taylor Swift, don't send us a cease and desist for mentioning your name.
I don't think she's gonna notice.
She might sue us for the $20 we make when we stream. Charlie really likes Taylor Swift. Did you see that Taylor Swift gave like $50 million out to her crew when she finished her concert?
It was like 5 million. She gave like 100 grand to her truck drivers and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, she's making a lot of money. But this is not a Taylor Swift stream, so.
Uh-oh, Alcahest is quizzing you.
Best song on new album on Midnight or on Speak Now?
Yes.
Because Speak Now has the best vault.
Looks like we got the PH spawn.
Best song on Midnight, Maroon probably. There it is. Depends on the day.
I love that these Bury-Nigh just have a button they can press that will make your whole group wipe if it succeeds. Like the one where it fears you and you run off and then aggro a bunch of bullshit. Every time I've been feared successfully, though, I just get like stunned.
What about you, Alcahest? What's your favorite song? It's gonna take over the stream with Taylor Swift trivia. Lose all our viewers.
My favorite Taylor Swift song is the one where she's talking about coming in her back door.
Mastermind's a good one.
If she wrote the song, I mean, like, you know what I mean? Mastermind. What was that song that we were listening to on the way home from the beach the other day, Charlie? You were like, oh, you like this song? It's the worst song in the album.
No, that was from a different album. It's called Enchanted.
Yeah, I like Enchanted.
A lot of people like Enchanted. I don't like Enchanted.
Flouts, there's reinforced rhino hide gloves on this skeleton.
Look at Frank the Bank with the OG. That song is a great song.
Is that like a song that you dedicate to your wife?
Our song is like, it's a song you wouldn't dedicate it to your wife. It's like from her first album. It's very country.
Oh, it's very country. Frank, you didn't strike me as a country kind of guy. I'm doing my best, Piper. Oh, Charlie, just a heads up. Some of the mobs down here harm touch, so occasionally I'll just take like 250 damage on a pull.
Sweet.
Or like, I think it's like more like 180. But yeah, it's big. It's like a quarter of my health will just go away. I've been listening to a new artist lately. I need to like look them up because it's like some weird name. It is bsd.u.
How would you pronounce that?
I think it's talking about like BSD, like a computer thing.
All of Ala Jackson.
I'm not sure, Walla. Sometime in the next month.
How's his dime? All right. Don't pull one of those harm touchy ones, because I don't have a lot of mana.
Okay, good to know. So yesterday when I was grouping with Rect Trolley, he did this really amazing thing.
Yeah.
Since he was the only healer in the group, every time a mob died, he told us how much mana he had. And it was like the best thing that any healer has ever done that I've grouped with.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell the whole group, but if you just said it out loud, that'd be super dope. You actually don't see it. Do you see a percent mana on your mana bar?
I can.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to like hover over it though?
Yeah. I have 40% mana.
Sweet. Every time you cast a spell, mana check, please. If you get really good, you can start telling me how much it will be when the spell resolves, like project mana check.
At the end of this fight, I will have no mana.
And if your mana ever ends with the number 9, you have to say 9er. Stream of consciousness.
I am now casting light healing.
Are you 14 yet, Trolley?
No. I am 13 and a bubble and a half.
Oh, well, that's right. You started at 11, so that's really good EXP still.
Yeah.
Killing it. Alright, both of our healers are like out of mana.
Alright. Am I 14 yet? Yeah, my parents signed a special form that we got married.
Local lore wrecked. Okay. Okay. Kern's Tower. So, Kern's Tower was the seat of a powerful Ixar named Kurn Makta. Oddly enough, I don't think he's featured anywhere in EQ1, at least not in these eras. But back at the height of the Silesian Empire, they had so many slaves and captured people that they needed a tower where it could be housed because they got tired of having them all in the city. So Kurn was the top torturer, and they gave him a tower, and he could do all his crazy torture stuff in here. So he did all that, and the big thing that happened was eventually one of the people that he was torturing that was imprisoned here dug a tunnel through the wall. This guy's blue. I can tank him. This is the tunnel that was dug. And when he tried to escape, he ran into the Verant that lived down here below the tower, unbeknownst to everyone. And the Verant killed him, so it didn't work out for him. But then they said, hey, let's go see where this guy came from. And they came up here, and they were so disgusted by what they found in the tower. They're like, all right, we just need to wipe this shit out. And so they killed everybody. And once everyone was dead, they like cursed it so that the people who did all the torturing and killing would have to live in unlife and patrol the tower. There's something I feel like I'm forgetting about, like a magical, there's like some deep lore sort of thing with like a magical dagger that was constructed that was against the rules using Sarnak, and that's why Dalnir, maybe I'm just thinking of Dalnir lore. I think Dalnir was tortured here famously. Maybe that's what it was. I'd have to refresh myself, but that's the local lore. Rekt, I hope you enjoyed it.
I mean, it seems pretty just.
Yeah, Slazik might be right. Slazik said, wasn't Kurn practicing enchantment? There's something like that. It was either Kurn or Dalnir. I think it was Dalnir was practicing like enchantment, which was banned. The only magic you're allowed to do was necromancy. And so that was the problem. He wanted to have like the baddest dagger ever, and he was practicing enchantment to like produce it.
Alcahest, don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah, Frank, I've been looking on tests. The one thing I really hate is why the dragons look so dumb in Field of Scale.
Better this chat bar than the main chat. So some bad people got punished for being bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like, it all worked out.
It did all work out. Now, like, the Verant are also evil, right? They worship, like, a mixture of Brel and Bertoxilus, I think. But they were like, nah, this is too much. A little too far.
Like, we're bad, but these people...
The worst one is Trachodon, because like Trachodon actually legitimately looks really awesome. And then they just made him like a big green dinosaur instead. Trolley, you look really cool now.
Thanks.
Banded armor on a high elf character looks top notch.
I also like that, like my butt's not out.
Yeah, the half elf butt. You didn't like that? I thought that was great.
Yeah. I have to look at you to see me. Yeah, that looks super cool.
Let me duck. Yeah, you look awesome.
Look at that. I'm like an Egyptian goddess.
Do a little spin.
Hold on. Oh.
They did make the butt significantly wider than the rest of the armor. Maybe it's like worn from sitting on it.
That looks really cool. Flout said he can go pantsless if you need half elf butt.
Flouts. It is about that fashion quest. This is the most important quest of all. Oh, there's something I wanted to... There's two things I want to read on stream. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should like save them for tomorrow and read them then.
You could just
Don't wanna
pace
exhaust all
yourself.
my content.
It's only 9:45.
All right. Would you guys rather that I read? I know what you'll say. Would you rather I read a story from a Verant developer?
Wait. Let me go. I got this.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
That's perfect. Yeah. Verant story or Rallos story?
Variant?
Verant. Verant.
Verant?
Yeah. Or Rallos story.
Okay. Verant. RZ.
Story
time. All right, I'm going to make a poll. 1 minute. Start prediction. There you go.
The vision. I feel like Verant is gonna crush. Yeah, it's like 1,000 points higher already. The Verant story is better. Also significantly longer. Is this yeah, it is weird that it's a prediction, but you're really voting.
I realize now it's not actually gonna work.
You could slash poll.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm still learning.
How dare you?
Link Dead and Field of Bone, only level 2. Well, you know, at least you were only level 2.
Did you really go level 2? I'm sorry, did you really go Link Dead? Because I would say if you legit went Link Dead, I would just not count. I wouldn't count it as a death.
Under 5 doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, our rules for this guild is that we start at level 5, by the way. Because, you know, people are getting used to shenanigans local to the TAKP server. Like never channeling through even 1 point of damage. All right, Charlie, who won?
It was Verant.
It was Verant. Yeah.
It's gonna delete so that it doesn't do channel points.
Frank, I think I sent you. I think I sent you the story already.
All right. So yeah, it was Verant, and then I just deleted and returned points, so it didn't.
All right, I'm gonna be reading this. Charlie, let me know if we get attacked.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. I should sit so I can get some mana back while I do it. Okay, here we go. So this was deep in some Ask Reddit thread about crazy employee stories. I work in video games. These stories happened many years ago when working in video games was one step lower on the embarrassment to your parents scale than being a roadie. The company was staffed by anyone they could find that would be willing to move to that location, knew something about the game we were working on, and had a modicum of customer service experience. Keep in mind that we had former Starbucks baristas, guys who worked at 7-Eleven, and a guy that gave us a good service at Denny's once. We take anyone that had a reasonable attitude and a willingness to work. The industry's different now, but these are a few stories. Some of them have changed in shape over the years, but I'll try to be as true to reality as possible. This gets good. We have like a real Fight Club story in this. The game we worked on was an MMO. This particular employee received his job as recompense for turning in a particularly heinous dupe bug. Dupe bugs in MMOs can ruin the entire economy rapidly, and this guy turned it in. The customer service manager hired him, but didn't really vet the guy. A couple of weeks into the guy's employment, we found his work ethic was incredible. The guy was the first guy in the office and the last one to leave every single day. Eventually, we found out that he wasn't actually leaving at all, but was instead living under his desk. We had to make a rule that you had to go home after your shift. I also had someone who, when fired, dropped his pants in the middle of the customer service pit and pinched one off. But the best story of that entire experience was the Keymaster. And this is how we get into playing a Sky Lore secretly. This is a guy who had moved out from the East Coast to work at this company. He had a girlfriend who moved with him. Maybe they met there, can't quite remember. And there was something not really balanced about him. But he wanted to work there so bad, and he worked really hard to get a job. So we started him out on phones instead of as a GM, game master, not general manager. He did reasonably well until one day his lead discovered that he'd been creating in-game money and using it effectively to pay his rent. His landlord played the game and he worked on, and every action played the game he worked on, and every action a GM takes is logged, and it was discovered that he had been in effect cheating. He gets called into the CS manager's office, a man who then was not known for his warm and fuzzy personality. Oh, we're getting attacked. Okay. Who dare pull this mob while I was reading?
It just walked in.
How dare he walk in? Okay, I'm sure this will be fine now. I'll resume the read. Auto attack will do the rest. So he gets called into the CS manager's office, a man who's then not known for his warm and fuzzy personality. When he's confronted with the evidence of his wrongdoing, the guy begins to hyperventilate and rock back and forth in his chair. He works himself up into a frenzy and smashes his head back against the wall in his rocking fit. Unfortunately, there's a whiteboard behind him and the marker ledge is just at the right height, so he smashes back, it splits the back of his head open, and blood shoots up the wall. The CS manager, taken aback, tells him to calm down and chill out. Through the next few minutes, the guy ends up jumping up and throwing himself to the ground and beating his head against the ground, muttering to himself about how stupid he had been and begging to keep his job. Someone went to call the cops, and the guy starts to calm down a bit. He's informed he has to leave. He gets up, gets his keys out of his pocket, looking as though he's preparing to leave. He puts his keys in his fist, with the keys poking through his fingers, and begins to stab himself in the chest with every ounce of strength he has with the keys. The customer service manager prepares to physically restrain this guy until the cops arrive, but the guy starts to calm himself before throwing the keys at one of the leads, who was also present, narrowly missing his face. Long story short, the guy left and ended up moving back east, and the game got a new NPC, the Keymaster. To this day, many of us keep keys in our office next to our monitors, just in case we get fired. So there you go. That's the story from Verant. I hope you guys liked it.
I thought it was gonna be lore. I didn't realize it was gonna be just like a actual story.
I think that GM was GM Neris, and that is why Neris, aka Siren the Lunatic, is the guy who gives your keys in Plane of Sky. And that story was posted on Reddit I think 11 years ago, so before ChatGPT, don't worry. It all goes together pretty well, right? Later in the comment chain or something, that guy verifies that it was Verant, I think, by the way. I hope you were all satisfied with the Verant story. Yeah, we survived.
We did. How getting fired from EQ made me immortalize a story.
The Burry and I are social with a thick bone skeleton for some reason, so I gotta chill out here.
This whole time, I thought you were saying the burning eye?
No, Burry Nye.
Yeah. So I didn't realize that they were the same thing until just now. Any luck with the Berserker Club yet?
Absolutely no luck at all. 0 luck.
Oh, rude.
By the way, welcome, Co-Earl Ocelot. We'll do the Rallos X story either tomorrow or later tonight.
Is the Rallos sex story like a story like that?
No, it's like honestly, it would take me like 50 seconds to read it, maybe less. I'm not good at deferring gratitude. What is it called? Deferring the thing that you want. So I'm tempted to just like blah everything right as soon as I start, and then sit here in silence sullenly.
Delayed gratification.
Thanks. Thank you very much, Ocelot. I mean, eventually it will work, right? Because I will not let RNG defeat me. I shouldn't say that. Knock on wood, please. But you know.
Alcahest worked at a very small town computer store in high school. An adult employee, always worked late but was fired. I found his stash of special DVDs in the drop ceiling about a month after he left when trying to run some new Ethernet. Cool.
Very nice. Delayed gratification. Yeah, that's what it was, Alcahest. Demetrium. Let's see. What would who would win in a fight? Bait Masterson from Kano's Catacombs or from Freeport? I'm definitely going to go with the Catacombs Masterson. Dude is living in the sewers. His constitution must be incredible. He must be basically impervious to disease. Who knows what he eats down there, but the fishing in the Catacombs is basically just piranhas. So my man is fighting piranhas, beating up skeletons, risking it all for basically no reason. I'm thinking he's got a harder life than the Freeport variant.
Now, I want to know what you did with the special DVDs when you found them. That's the bigger question.
Kettle One, thank you so much. By the way, if you're not sure what podcast we're talking about, boom, there's a link. Drama Quest, the story of Everquest. Might get 2 mobs here. Is our mana good?
Yep.
Okay.
Mine is. New episodes at least weekly, if not more.
Yeah, I was gonna do episodes like 3 times a week, but Frank said I should not do that and I should space it out. And he also said that I should start breaking episodes into like multiple parts so that people have to spend like multiple weeks to hear the full story of one episode.
Frank is Zaide's talent manager.
Strath, what's up, dude? Yeah. Kettle One, have you gotten to episode 9 yet? It's a 180-minute free-for-all talk. I don't know, man. Frank's ideas seem pretty savvy to me. He is being really fair because he takes 0%, which I think is pretty equitable. That sounds like an incredibly awesome job, Nuker. I love the metallic noise when my shield hits something. It really gives that good bonk, you know? Ooh, a lesser charbone. I know, man. Kettle One, and no one was really recording it anywhere. I've been telling people sometime later this year, when I'm a little bit further on the podcast, I'm gonna take all the stories. I'm gonna like lie about them a whole lot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna make a good narrative structure and flow, and I'm gonna do a book. I'm gonna write a book, basically like starting in 1999, going to present day, with a few different focal points. It'll be like a George R.R. Martin novel. Like you flip to the next chapter, and it's not like chapter 5. It's like Realm of Insanity, and the next chapter it's like, oh, we're back to Triality. You know, like, oh, Faceless is here now. They became a POV character. You know, we'll just bounce back and forth. Yo, ever crack a dramatic retelling would be good. First line would be like, it was 1999, and the smell of Mountain Dew pervaded the air. Yeah, I remember. That's a really good documentary, actually. Hey, you. Come. That was when Jeff Kaplan was not yet too famous to do interviews.
2 years later, I was divorced.
Yeah, I'm really tempted to, like, part of me wants to stay at this camp because obviously, like, I'm here just for that item, the XR Berserker Club, and the other part of me wants to go down into the pit and fight the harder mobs in the zone because this is, like, not very threatening or dangerous. Foob, that is a TMNT arcade cabinet. I think after the holidays, we're going to set up a third camera. We're going to upgrade the other camera we have. So Charlie and I will have, like, basically the same camera. And then we'll use the third camera to, like, be able to pan around the room and look at all the stuff in it. So you'll be able to see all the video games. I got like 1,000 video games behind me in the cabinet and all the consoles and crazy stuff.
Set up Corgi Cam.
Yeah, Corgi Cam would be a big one. Chat could vote on which Corgi we let be in the room. The fat Corgi or the fatter Corgi. Oh Lord, he coming, Corgi. Charlie, if you want to just keep center on me and not worry about the armor buff, I'll be fine.
Okay.
How often, so like, what percent of your repair business is like NESs and SNESs, Nuker? And do you sell like retro games and consoles, or do you only do repairs? A greater scale bone. Man, Kawada's level 22. He's killing it. He's been playing on the other server too.
Wild.
Oh, Void Rage is in. You do that on the side, main thing is networking. Yeah, that makes more sense. That's cool. Are you into retro games yourself? Yeah, it sounds super fun. Nice. Welcome to the good team. My house is like a black hole where video games go to never leave again. If I was doing a self-found, not solo rogue, what weapon would I go for after Dragoon Dirk? I'd have to think about it a little bit, Doc, because I've never even considered doing a rogue. But I would think the dagger from Assassin in Lower Guck would be a good one. And you could probably do it at like level 30 if I were you, I would main hand Dragoon Dirk, offhand XR Berserker Club if you can, and then I would go for the Assassin's Dagger. Yeah, the dagger that drops super rarely from the Spectres in Kano's Catacombs is also really good, but is very rare, and the Spectres are super hard. You know, they're like a higher level than the Assassin. Polished Steel Dirk is indeed the name.
I like the name a Slash Chanter because I know it's just sort of a spin on his name, but it kind of makes him seem like an enchanter with like loose morals.
Right.
And I think that's fun.
Doc, what server are you playing on? Because that'll change my answer a little bit, I think. Nuker, what is your rarest item? Or the one you like the most? Nice. Ooh, the Zelda Game & Watch sealed Ocarina of Time. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know what level you'd have to be, but Burning Rapier might be an option, Doc. Everything through Luckland.
I am 14.
Congratulations on level 14, Trolley.
Should I be concerned? I don't use my heal, so...
You don't use your heal?
Well, like, I don't use my 14 heal until I get a couple levels higher.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a big deal to get your new spells yet.
Okay. I don't use them. You were, like, very concerned. Like, you never heal? What are you doing?
I was like, man, what's happening? Troll regen's so good.
No, I just meant like I don't really need to leave right now because I'm not going to use the new one according to the logic I was given.
Yeah. Sealed copies of the Zelda CDI games. You know why they're sealed, Nuker? Because no one wants to play those. Where do you get the Ebon Razor from?
That says it's from the Frontier Mountains, possibly.
Let's see how much Slazik can mez. Maybe we'll get all 4 in that room.
Maybe should have consulted him first.
Slazik be like, I'm AFK. Oh shit, they snared me. I think we just got 2, to be honest.
We believe in you, Slazik.
We actually have to change targets. The back one is dotted. They're doing some deeps to me, man. Man, sealed stuff is like so hard to come by. Fizzle till we're out of mana.
I'm at 60%. Sorry, I was supposed to be announcing it more.
Oh, thanks. That instills me with confidence. 60% is good. Ooh, Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Is Conquer sealed? That's gotta be worth a ton.
All sealed everything.
Am I still snared? No, I'm just snared right now, Flouts.
Wouldn't be the first time you're RP walking though.
Yeah, it would not be the first time. That is crazy. Yeah, that's gotta be wild. I try to get my games complete in box, but I don't really have any sealed. A lot of stuff I bought in Japan. In Japan, they don't come with like the cellophane sealing, or they didn't back in the day. They just were like in a pristine cardboard box, you know. So there's not even a way to sell those sealed. Your buddy has a full NES in the box set. That's crazy. Does he have a wife? He must have like a whole like studio just to hold it all. Ad incoming.
Whole condo.
Wall to wall.
Bookshelf.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it would be super cool to own, but at a certain point, you know, like, you're just like engaging in a sickness, right? Like, I think I own too much already. It's not even close to that. Nope, he's single. Why? Why would such a fine, upstanding man with millions of dollars worth of video games be single?
Rect is out of mana.
Yeah, are you out of mana?
No, I've got 40.
Yeah, we should be fine. So he has a complete in-box little Samson. Wait, does he have that one cartridge, you know what I mean? The NES Gold cartridge thing? The competition game? And Flintstones? Oh my gosh. Yeah, Neo Geo was like for rich kids.
I mean, okay, so as I say, AFK quickly. We do live a life now where we have to budget for an extra room when moving. Like, there needs to be one more room than there is people that need rooms because of all your stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly your stuff though, right?
No, I don't have a lot of stuff.
It's all her Taylor Swift finals. They just take up all the space.
What is this narrative we're spinning today? I was with it for the first part.
Nice. Yeah. So, I mean, if you bought it back in the day, it was really affordable. One of the guys who used to work on Pantheon, Zazzy or Zazzle or something, was a dentist in real life, and he owned a NES World Champ cart. He had like a whole floor on his house dedicated to NES.
I mean, if we had like a basement, it would be cool.
Why am I ducked? I was in Sapporo, and I was there for the Winter Festival, and I went into a used like electronics store, and I found the 5th anniversary or 10th, I think it was the 5th anniversary like release for Resident Evil. It was super cool. It came in like this big metal suitcase, like an umbrella suitcase.
It wasn't even a video game store. It was just a random like secondhand store that I found it.
It was super nice. We got it for like $10.
Yeah.
Flouts, they have a reinforced Rhino chessboard on this guy. I've never seen the Rhino BP drop before.
Hey, Lucerin, welcome in.
Whoa, Lucerin, what's going on, dude?
One of your questions contains an answer.
Wow. Charlie goes right for the throat.
Just thought you should know, you know? Quality control. But we're happy to have you here.
You finished Oakland? Nice, it's over. I'm glad it's done. The question is the one about Hasagra. It says like Yellowknack's mate now exists as who is Yellowneck's mate that now exists as the throne for King Tormax, period, space, Asagra. Yeah, that'd be cool, Nuker. Shoot me that video.
They made for a fun moment in trivia. I quite enjoyed it.
The integrity of the whole stream was called into question.
I thought it was hilarious. You sure you don't want armor? Because I got some mana.
Yeah, I'm good. I've got like 530 health. These are all blue except for like the charbones.
Are we gonna move, or we're just trying to get that?
We're trying to get that item. I mean, it is so good. The ratio is like as good as a short sort of Yakesha almost from the Ghoul
Yeah,
Lord.
see, but this is my problem again with Kunark. It's like you get a lot of good easy stuff, but it's just boring.
Yeah. Kunark.
It's nice because you can sit in a room and like just do all your business, but sometimes you want to run around, see the sights. What's that mountain where I flew around as a fairy?
In Kunark?
It could have been. I think it was in Kunark.
You're talking about Poop Mountain in Sebelis.
I killed a bunch of something.
Juggernauts and Myconids?
Maybe. You go inside. It's more like a cave.
I'm not sure.
Could have been on class.
Eric Ham, thanks for the follow. So the Ixar Berserker Club is 718. The PGT is 626. So PGT is like below a 0.25, right? And Berserker Club is like barely over a 0.5. Or barely below 0.5. Yeah, look, math's not my strong suit, but 7 goes into 18 way fewer times than 6 goes into 26.
What's wrong with staring at a corner for hours? Well, Variety Void. My biggest issue is when I have to play like a server launch situation, because I'm already trying not to fall asleep, and if I don't have to move, it makes it much harder.
Godwin, thanks for the follow. What's up, Ghastly? Good to see you, man. That get together with your friends sounds really good. I wish I stayed in a place long enough that I could set something like that up, because by the time I'm really getting comfortable in a place, it's like time to move again. Use the Atlas window. I don't know what the Atlas window is, Ocelot. There's no maps on this server, so I can't use that. Yeah, because 824, yeah. I think. Godwin, Zay, just listen to your P99 Red and Bulak podcast. Loved it. Looking forward to listening to the rest. Awesome, man. I will keep it up, don't you worry. We already have like 3 more podcasts recorded, waiting to go. So we at least have like a month of content, even if I die tomorrow.
Who's putting up content? You think I'm just like gonna come in this room and like publish this while you're dead?
It's gonna be in my will. Mr. Awesome, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. A Knoll Pup, what's going on? Yeah, Lucerin, Big Pie dropped 50 subs on the channel the other day. Mayong got hit. He was blessed. There is a chat command to do it, like old UI on or something like that. Thank you for that link, Nuker. I'm going to check that out afterwards. Yeah, but JSFA, there's a chat command, and there's a way to do it in your EQ client.ini file, which is like new UI equals on or equals true, and change it to false, and then you'll have this UI, the old UI. If you go into the TAKP Discord and talk to them about it, they could definitely give you some guidance. Yeah, I saw it, Nuker. Thank you very much. There should be I think there's still a Prime monthly. I mean, I got like a few Primes tonight. I don't know how to do it, but it is out there.
That's the problem. Zaide and I share a Prime account because we are a married couple, so I can't get my own little free sub for anybody.
It's funny. My mom will be like, "Send me your Twitch thing so I can subscribe," and I'm like, "Mom, you could just give me $5." You know what I mean? Like, Doc.
They don't have to take it off the top.
Right. Doc Fun Frog, thanks for the sub. Lucerin with the sub. Thanks for the resub, Luce. 2 months. You're gonna get a fancy little icon soon. Fancier than that Airdoon one. And by the way, folks, Asmarella's in the chat. If you haven't ever checked her stream out, give her a like and a follow, or I guess just a follow. That's how it works here. Give her a follow and watch her when she's on. It's a good stream.
Got that dark elf cosplay sometimes.
Yeah. Someone on YouTube recently said they missed when I used to just play Aquatic Ambiance from Donkey Kong Country on repeat in the background. Oh, Overloaded. What's up, dude? Are you two streaming tonight?
Is Overloaded the other half of the duo stream?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Tonight, tomorrow off. It's always good to have a night off. I'm excited to have a night off too. Last week we had like we streamed 3 days, I recorded podcast 3 days, and then we were sick for like 4 days. So at least someone in the house was sick for 4 days.
We were sick.
You know how it is when you have kids and everything. It's like the kid gets sick first, and like 2 days later,
the person who is closest to them,
yeah,
gets sick because they're coughing in your face all the time.
Yeah, 2 days later, Charlie gets sick. Now the child is starting to feel better and has all of her energy back, and then 2 days later, I get sick.
Hey, Swanee, how's it going?
Speaking of getting sick because of your kids, Swanee, what's up, dude? Gotcha. If you need any help with that, feel free to hit me up on Discord or whatever at Asmarella. I'm not like a pro by any means, but you know, we spent a lot of time troubleshooting our sound issues and stuff, especially because we stream like I'm this close to Trolley. Yeah,
Don't get sick. Well, I'm jealous.
My kid just like, we take her somewhere and we're in line and I look down and she's like licking the ground. I'm like, oh, okay. That's a thing.
You saw it, Nuker. It was on camera. Someone report it. Don't actually do that. We work so hard.
I wonder why the lighting looks so different. One thing is a camera angle, I think, and the other thing is the camera itself.
I think it's literally the room, because yours is like you have that deep set back behind you, and I have the wall. So like the light out reflects. I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know, because like our cameras overlap on the closet door.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, she's not in daycare, so I kind of just let her. If it's not like actual poop, she needs the antibodies, so.
Right. Go get sick.
She eats a fair amount of sand.
Go kiss that kid.
No, she don't do that. That's a little too much contact.
I did not backhand Trolley. Don't insinuate this. FBI's gonna bust in.
Yeah, we have two very different cameras and two different lights, but also the doorway is like back set more on his. So I think
Yeah.
that might have something to do with it.
Charlie has my old camera, which is a C920, which is a fine webcam. But I'm using a mirrorless like Sony A5100 or something. The funny thing too is that my light is like way brighter than Charlie's light. Like Charlie could make her light brighter than my light, I think, but mine is set brighter.
Right. Mine's on like the lowest thing. We didn't used to play, well, we've always streamed in the same room, but we used to play in separate rooms because when we started playing the way our house was configured, there's no way for us to play in the same room. So we would play on like different floors of the same house, which was actually far more complicated.
Yeah. The undead jester just does not want to spawn at all. It's something weird about how cameras are mirrored. Charlie sits to the right of me.
So, yeah, because I'm looking at him right now, and I'm looking at him. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, the camera like flips it.
I see.
Awesome, Wombat. Yeah, we're still working on the jester. I'm glad you're here. These things have a ton of health, man. Are you an Ixar Necro, Wombat? We're here for J-Boots. The cool thing about the Quorum server that's going to be coming out in like October maybe is having the chance to get J-Boots off Drizelna again. So when the Quorum server comes out in like 2 months, I'm going to go pure solo cleric run. I'm going to ask Charlie for a day off so I can race and try to be the first solo permadeath level 50. And I'll probably camp Drizelna to get some J-Boots on the way there. Quorum is just TAKP, but it's going to be progression server, so it's going to launch in Classic. 6 months later, it adds an expansion, blah, blah, blah. And it's also a single box, which is to say no boxing at all. Just one character per person. It has built-in SSF and hardcore support, so you can go to the Priest of Discord and set hardcore mode. You can set SSF mode, so you can't trade with anyone. All that stuff, these custom rules that we impose upon ourselves, can be applied mechanically on the back end then. And it even has like guild self-found if you wanted to only be able to trade with people in your guild who are actually, it's not in your guild, but it's people who are also flagged with the SSF flag. Stream easy. Oh my goodness. This guy spawned right on top of me.
Thanks. You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome.
Can you Bard Swarm on TAKP? I'm not sure. Flouts might know. Elra's in game. You might not be able to. I know Swarming got nerfed a bunch of times.
Green is fine.
Nice, Mr. Awesome. Glad you're getting back into it. I'm told that you can swarm. Yeah, my bitrate is like 8,300 right now, so the stream should be fine. Let me check OBS. I have dropped 0 frames in the last couple hours. I don't know what the reward server would. I don't know what that means, Strath. Can you clarify? I was asking secrets if there would be any rewards for being like level, you know, like when you hit 50 on a permadeath character or hit 60. Someone on FOH suggested that whenever you hit max level on a permadeath character, they should replace one of the guards in the Nexus with your character. I think that actually would be pretty cool. So you get no benefit, but there's like a little Hall of Fame in the Nexus. Godwin Red, thanks for the Prime sub, dude. Red 99.
You get the Forever Alone award.
Stream Easy, thanks for the follow. Godwin, did you think the Red 99 episode with Nizar was like was it fairly accurate? Some people have been like, oh, that Nizar guy, he's just lying, saying that he didn't RMT. I had like a horde of people who were like, bring me on the podcast, I'll tell you the truth. Yeah, this is TAKP stream. I did answer it, and they say that yes, you can swarm kite on TAKP. This is not an official EQ server. This is emulated, and Korn will also be emulated. That's gonna be awesome, Mr. Awesome One. Shoot me a link when you do, so I can check it out. I got some good hate mail. Like, someone literally sent me an email talking shit over the Drama Quest podcast in the stream. Mr. Awesome, my biggest piece of advice for you, if you haven't streamed before, would be to like start streaming first before you spend all the money. When I first started streaming, I didn't have a camera or anything. Like, I streamed for several months before I first had a camera. The first time I ever streamed too, I think my microphone was like either a headset I wore or it was like my laptop's onboard.
I think it was your laptop's like built in.
Yeah, it's my laptop onboard microphone.
He would stream just in like whatever the kitchen area of the apartment was.
Yeah.
With just no sound quality.
I had a plastic table that you would use for beer pong, which is what we use it for. And I sat with my back to the wall and I put a green like tablecloth behind me when I finally started using a camera. Now I've got basically a studio in here. So we got like soundproofing on the walls and like a big ass mixer on here.
This is like a decade later.
Yeah, but it's a long time after I first started. And I spent the money slowly. Oh, okay. Yeah. What's it like coming into the Red 99 server late? You know what I mean? Because I know the population is pretty low. Was it hard to level up? What class did you play there? And did you get PK'd all the time by like massive twinks? Was there a reason to start without a camera? It was just like, I started with what I had the day that I decided I wanted to start. You know what I mean? I spent zero money to start streaming. And then once I felt like it was something I enjoyed and it was something that people liked watching, you know what I mean? That's when I started investing more slowly. I was really lucky in a lot of ways. I never had a period of time where my stream had like the hardest time when you're streaming is when you have like between 0 and maybe like 5 viewers, because there's like no one there, you know what I mean? And you're not really talking to anyone. But I think like as soon as I started, I was in like the 40s. And even when I would stream at like 10 a.m., before I had a streaming schedule, because I didn't know that that was important, I would have like 25, 30 people. So I was lucky in that sense. But like, yeah, it's challenging, and I would hate to see you spend thousands of dollars to stream and then end up not liking it or decide it's just not for you. That's my advice. The EQ OnlyFans? No, I mean, I was thinking about doing it the other day. The only reason I haven't done it is literally lack of time.
Sazak said he gets recognized here and there because of your streams. Well, he's a pretty regular player, so. What is the red juice?
This is it's a potion, man. It's a healing potion. No, it's just water with some Mio, like strawberry Mio in it.
It's the blood of his enemies.
Rip. It's very nice blood. By the way, Delita, good to see ya, my man.
Frank the agent.
The joke's on you guys, by the way. We're not even actually playing Everquest. I did like a 10-minute loop in the basement of Kern's and put it on video, and I've just been repeating it while I sit here and talk.
We'll just click keys every so often to make it look real.
I can't wait to do the OnlyFans and like someone at my work be like, you know, they call me, and I'm not going to say like my name, but they're like, we've been told you have an OnlyFans, and I think that's inappropriate given your employment. And I'd be like, have you looked at the OnlyFans? Have you looked at it? It'd be so good. They just look at it and they're like, get out of my office.
This is somehow worse than we expected.
I don't want to see you again. Take that uniform off. Shaman, that's good. Got max level and epic fairly quickly. That is, honestly, it's crazy to hear someone on P99 describe getting maximum level and their epic quickly. Were most zones empty, or were there like usually a few people to EXP with? I'm playing Baldur's Gate right now, yeah. The next thing we're gonna buy outside of the camera will be new chairs. Yes. We have like the squeakiest chairs of all time.
They're like falling apart.
I bought this nice Herman Miller chair maybe like a year and a half ago. And I always like, you guys probably see, like I adjust myself on the chair a lot. Here I grab the back of it, but the Herman Miller had like, you know, what are they called? Armrests? I'm like an alien who didn't know how to talk like basic human words, you know what I mean?
What's the English word for...
What is this thing you call drink? But yeah, it had armrests on it, right? And they're like steel armrests. And because I always like grab the armrest and adjust myself and like pull myself up, one day I went to do it and the arm just snapped straight off. I almost fell out of my chair. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Awesome, you know, everyone's life is different and stuff. So if you already have other things, then that's great. That your other things you're doing coincide with this passion too. That's awesome. A lesser icebone skeleton.
For broadcasting on the radio. I mean, there you go. You need good sound audio for that anyway.
I think it'd be fun to be a recruiter.
Not right now, it wouldn't be.
No, I would just get these high school kids and I'd be like, let's recruit, like, come into the room alone and like we'll talk about recruiting, okay? And I just like give them a real stern counseling. Sign the paper.
One of the people who lives near us is like that they had people come in that would score like a 10.
Oh, on their
ASVAB. Like they were like, yeah, that was not an abnormal occurrence.
Well, I mean, if they're scoring a 10 on the ASVAB, they don't know how to file a complaint about you being mean as a recruiter. Probably. Oh, that's cool, Mr. Awesome. Yeah, it's real easy to join the military right now. Teletron, this UI is that crisp 1999 experience. Right, yeah.
And they do like the what is it called? Like the intuitive test now. So like that the questions will get easier as you're getting them wrong. So I don't even understand how you get that low of a score.
It's got to be because like you just bottom out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dang, Classic, that's crazy. I think like everyone in my office right now is retiring in the next 2 years. Basically all my friends.
Dun dun dun.
One of my friends, so I had like 2 good friends that were like the same age, they joined at the same time as me when we went to basic together. One is like a rich guy working for like Wells Fargo right now. Not Wells Fargo. What's the other place? Even scummier than Wells Fargo.
I don't think Wells Fargo does Wells Fargo still exist? I think it does actually.
I don't know. He's working for some major company that. What?
Bank of America?
No, it's not a bank. It's like a brokerage thing. Anyway, he's using his skill set to make plenty of dollar bills.
JP Morgan.
Something like that. And my other friend got kicked out for doing cocaine. So
but he's also making fine money.
Oh yeah, he's making a ton of money. But yeah, so both of my friends who were in my age range are gone. We have an undead jester. He has a sword, which means it's bad news. Goldman, there you go, Mr. Boston. It was Goldman Sachs. Thank you. Yeah, one just got caught. But I really like the structure of the military, you know what I mean? It's good for me. I need the threat of prison to show up to work. I mean, I'm not sure, right? My corgi's giving me the sign that she's going to become annoying really soon.
Yeah. Crystal Methodist.
Undead Jester took so long to respawn. I hit a harm touch on him when we first got in here, and my harm touch is back up. Nice, Swanee. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really tempted to have like a pension, you know what I mean? Like the idea that I could do nothing and receive a check is great. And then we'll stream full time, baby. Make sure your nursing home has the bandwidth to watch Twitch, guys. Rage. I'm seething right now. I waste so much to destroy this stupid copper. It's not enough.
19 years and 3 months. That's gotta suck. It's like every day. Do you feel every day? Feels like it would take a long time at that point.
I mean,
the last week before summer.
Last 9 months, man. Just say, I got a dental appointment. Crystal Methodist, that's good. Why am I stuck? Oh, I'm feared. Okay. Good fear, dude. Thanks. Is she like fighting the floor? What is our dog doing back here?
Rolling around.
She's just like rolling.
Living her best life.
I love this freshly vacuumed carpet. It feels so good.
She just got some sillies. She gotta get them out.
I know, RNGesus is coming for me, man. He heard that comment I made earlier in the stream. He didn't like it.
Your 4th root canal. That sounds awful.
Good job getting that pet in there, Slazik. After this, we'll have to. I'll go
Run
take the dog
trivia.
out real quick. And then I will read the Rallos sec thing. So stick around. Can you guys see the dog?
No.
Oh.
Me. No.
No, she's up just a little
there
bit.
she is.
Let me see.
You didn't pick her up, you're gonna get all hairy. She doesn't like being on camera.
She's nervous. She's camera shy.
Look at her doing your shy face. Put her down. She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it. Okay, Minnie, say bye. Minnie, you're famous. 100 people have seen you. She's getting comfortable. She's ready. Sign me up.
We
Alright.
play a little B-sword.
I'm gonna walk her out really quick while we med.
You should start trivia before you go.
I should what?
Start trivia.
Oh, that's a good idea. I should start trivia.
So I don't just sit here.
Trivia start. All right, folks, here we go. Trivia starting up in 30 seconds. Charlie will read the questions. You guys can compete to see who wins. Almost got myself with the double toggle there.
Anyway, that was Minnie, as in miniature, not mouse. Her name was supposed to be Winry, but we took too long to name her that. So, question 1. Son to Ryle, this Ixar was the creator of the Sarnak and the Sokakar. James. I don't know who Ryle is. Is it like Ryle Sec? Probably not. Right? Jeffrey. Gnak. Gnak. It sounds maybe right, but it is not. E something. Ilof. Jiboptic. Jiboptic is someone's son. He's constantly being reborn. Oh, Frank got it. Slazik with the misspelling, but also a bit too late.
I'm back. How many questions deep are we?
1. You fight him in ROS. Question 2. Antonius Bale doesn't appear in game, but one of his lovers does. Who is she? Ooh, this is a good one. Lady McCabe. I don't know if that's how you spell it. Janice.
Janice.
Lady Shay. There it is. Good job,
Boom.
Nuker.
Good job, Nuker.
Jabobchik has to be the answer for something.
Boner.
Or Jabobber.
Jabobber.
What is the weapon that drops from Ambassador Devin in Crushbone Castle?
Dragoon Dirk. Oh,
There
of
we
course,
go.
Ghastly would get that.
Is Ghastly known for the Dragoon Dirk?
He's a rogue.
Mm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Man, Slassic Cape, that's the second time you just missed it. You're
11
coming in
fizzles.
close.
12 fizzles. Out of mana.
Sword of 1,000 Truths. Alright, question 4. Featured on the cover of the expansion, Ruins of Kunark, this Ixar is portrayed standing in front of Verona Vibe.
Ooh, it's gonna be hard.
Full name.
It's gonna be hard to spell his name correctly. Let me grab him. Pull him up here.
Outcast playing the game of odds. Oh, look at him. Well, I guess he's not on camera yet. Milky face. Oh,
Bam.
Durazazur.
Danik Dorantath.
Danik Dorantath. Someone answered Danik for a different question.
But it's pretty hard to spell it. He's got the life guide. That's the little scepter that's in his hand.
Oh.
It's Verona Vi's magical
Crushing
gift
them,
from
got
Tunair.
it. Crushing them, got it.
Crushing him. Good job.
With that sneaky H in there. Don't have a winner yet.
Oh. Only 2, okay. I accidentally targeted a mob like way down the hall because you have to click on skeleton heads here to target them.
Watching as other gods bickered and divided the land of Norath. Oh, Lucklin was the answer. Wombat Man redeemed Trolley Lore. Okay. On what, Wombat Man?
What topic, Wombat?
Alright, so Ghastly's winning now because he's got 2.
Big Ghastly.
Lake of Ill Omen. Oh god. I'll get to that after trivia.
Have fun
What's
with
the
that,
real
troll.
name for POK?
New Tannin. Nuker with no hesitation.
Nuker was ready for that one.
Nuker, do you know the patron deity of New Tannin? We have one more question, right? Okay, here it is. Yep, you got. Oh, Ghastly got it. Who is Carson McCabe's mistress? Go, go, go!
Lady McCabe.
See ya in a minute, Swanee. Why would his mistress be Lady McCabe? That's his wife.
Could be like, does he have brothers? You know, could be a different Lady McCabe.
No, that's fair. A sapphire. Sweet.
For
Trolley,
Ovi.
you should loot this fine steel warhammer.
Okay.
Unless someone else
Mistress
wants it.
McCabe. Mistress Anna.
It's Mistress Anna. There you go. I could tell you all have not EXP'd.
I do like the idea that his mistress would just be named Mistress McCabe. It's like, there's wife McCabe, there's Mistress
McCabe, yeah.
Alright.
His wife is an erudite, but his mistress is a human.
Oh, scandalous.
I know.
Alright, Nuker wins with 3 points. Great job, Nuker.
Bravo, Nuker.
Congrats on your trivia win.
Alright, Trolley, Lickville, and Lore.
Alright, so, here goes Trolley Lore. For anyone who doesn't know, Trolley Lore is like real lore, except it's wrong.
Sometimes it's right.
Sometimes it's right, but I don't know anything about Lake of Ill Omen. I'm gonna tell lore of what I think is Lake of Ill Omen, but probably isn't. Anyway.
Only right on accident.
So, Lake of Ill Omen you get to by going through, the... Not the Blackburrow Mountains. What are the mountains? There's a... Bone Crush Mountains? There is a bee related thing on Fadar. On Fadeware, not Fadar. And I haven't been there in a long time, so I don't remember. But we're gonna call them the Bone Crusher Mountains, but I know that's not what they're called. So you go through the Bone Crusher Mountains, and that gets you to the zone line of the Lake of Vil-Omen. When you arrive at the Lake of Vil-Omen, there's all these big eagle bird things crushing, all the bad guys. And in the middle of Lake of Vil-Omen, there's a little island. And if you go in and you swim up underneath the little island, you can get into this place where there's these frogs. And the frogs are there because they were cursed by Brel, because they were doing real bad stuff on Fate Work. So they banished them to under this mountain in Lake of Vil-Omen. And if you go and you kill the froglocks, you will zone into Finney's Keep, and you have the opportunity to kill him, but you don't have to fight all the bad stuff that you would normally have to do when you go to kill Finney. So that's actually the secret. There, very few people know that if you want to get into Finnacle's cavern, you can go to the Lake of Vil-Omen, but you do have to fight off a bunch of fish and stuff. You can't just pop in there. And at the top of the mountain, there's an ogre. Anyway, that is the lore of Lake of Vil-Omen. It's not really lore; it's more of a description. There we go.
That's actually really close to correct, Trolley.
Let's see, Frontier Mountains. Maybe that was it. Was that what I was thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could have been talking about UFOs. You weren't. There wasn't. I don't know if there was one
zone,
thing.
When you go through the
I think you're thinking of Dagnor's
Mountains.
You're thinking of Dagnor's Cauldron.
Yes, and I was thinking of Butcher Block Mountains. That's what it was.
Yeah. Lake of Vil-Omen is on Kunark, next to the Frontier Mountains. Thank you, lava lamps.
Well, that was just the real answer.
What? Dirty old socks, you're not allowed to do that. Dirty old socks. What are you're not allowed to raid me.
Welcome in, Socks.
I was gonna raid you. Hey everyone, if you haven't checked out Dirty Old Socks, aka Big Karantic, he is a great streamer, my personal favorite streamer who streams EQ right now, so check him out, give him a follow, watch him when you're not watching our stream. Really entertaining guy. And last time we hung out and drank together, I spent the whole night throwing up. So he's a good guy. Check him out. Thanks for the raid, dude. That's awesome. Bardlight, what's up, dude? Thanks. I love the UI too. This is that real crispy old school UI. So hey, if you're just tuning in for the first time, I'm Zaide. This is my wife Trolley, and we are doing Permadeath characters. They're also self-found, but guild self-found, so it's not too stringent. We're currently in Kern's tower trying to get Ixar Berserker clubs. She is a high elf cleric, and I am a troll Shadow Knight, complete with the EXP penalty, so it's nice and slow. But yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Anyway, what's the real lore of Lake of Vil-Omen?
Oh man, I don't want to have to do the real lore.
Or at least the real description, so that I'm not...
You gotta pull it up. You know what? I'm gonna read the Rallos Zek thing that we were sitting on for a while.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Hey, Socks.
Alright, we'll do a quick one. Our bar could probably tank this while I'm lazily reading text. So this is the text that came out when Rallos Zek, after 2 days, successfully killed the Sleeper for the first time ever in Everquest. GM Brenlo says, "In the darkness, the shout to engage was heard. Seconds later, a huge burst of magical energy could be felt as the wizards and Shadow Knights engaged, and huge volleys of arrows began to rain down as one against their target. The massive infantry then moved in to intercept Kerafyrm in mortal combat, supported by a complement of warriors. The clashing of steel and the screams of chaos echoed in the beast's tomb. Over 3 hours had passed since the epic confrontation began. And then there was silence. As a cold, freezing wind blew across the field of battle, hundreds had died and many more lay injured on the ground. All was silent again for a brief moment as the image of the legendary Kerafyrm lay lifeless at their feet. Suddenly, the cries of joy and accomplishment began to echo through the decrepit hall and then rain across the land of Norath. The once warring clans of Ascending Dawn, Udan, and Magus Imperialis Magicus had put their personal battles aside and come together, united as one, to accomplish the impossible. They had triumphed where all others before them had failed. They had slain the legendary Kerafyrm. As the victors departed the ancient tomb, rumors began to spread across the world of Rallos. Rumors became stories. Stories became legend. Ooh, it gives me the chills.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
There you go.
You gotta get your wife. You gotta get your wife on stream with you playing EverQuest. Perantic. You can do duo streams. You just have to buy twice as much equipment for streaming.
She makes cameos.
Yeah, she does make cameos. Thanks, Finar. When we killed who's we? Us? Oh yeah, and Kristalos. Fair. We put him back to sleep. We didn't kill him. Man, that'd be crazy. What we should do is get Dirty Old Socks to do like a what should we do, Dirty Old Socks? We should do a drunk D&D stream.
Oh god.
EverQuest Dungeons and Dragons. I'll DM. Plays Candy Crush in the living room. Did you get banned? Were you a bad boy? Did you get suspended for something?
Uh-oh, what did you do? Was it a train?
Was it a macro quest?
I was trying to keep it PG.
I assume you don't use MQ because you stream, so. Free Kerantic. That would be a good t-shirt, man. You should get it. He said 3 words. Just call me Bob. Oh, he said I'm a GM and you got suspended? Yeah, they'll suspend you for that, dude.
Oh.
You should appeal the petition and say GM is short for good man. Gizzard Master, fair. Like, there's so many things it could be. What sad, lonely nerd petitioned you for that?
Gorge Minotaur. That's it.
You should flip the whole script on them, log into your GM account, and reverse the ban. It's only suspendable if you're lying, right? Oh, you were messing with the bots? Yeah. Well, listen, what you have to understand, Socks, is that those bots are sad, lonely, obese, subhuman filth who need to lock down those camps so that they can afford to eat their chicken tendies. And you are literally potentially killing them when you bother them. You know what I mean? Because they need it to eat. And if Kerantic comes and steals their camp or gets them suspended, they starve to death. So it's serious business over there.
And you went in hard on that.
But yeah, you shouldn't say that. Did you just like try to AFK check them? Ruined scale sleeves. Not as good as banded. There's some scale sleeves on here if anybody wants them. Pickle EQ.
I don't want to ruin my fit.
Oh, Suds, thanks for the follow. Pickle, thanks for the follow.
Once seen the movie The Whale. Imagine the main character is an EQ chrono farmer and not a teacher. That's who you're messing with. I haven't seen that movie.
Right. Listen, real respectable EQ players make money by streaming their gameplay and begging strangers for cash on Twitch. That's how you're supposed to do it. Say you typed it in the wrong window. I don't know. It's so crazy.
How long is it? 7 days?
7 is also pretty harsh for impersonating staff. Those cowards couldn't even wait till you were online to suspend you. Back in the day, real GMs at least had the courtesy to summon you, and it would say, "You've been summoned by the gods."
That's cool.
Yeah.
That makes me almost want to be summoned by the gods, like without the negative result.
They don't do 3 days anymore? I'm trying to think. I got suspended early on Mischief for training someone. I don't remember if it was 7 or 3. It might have been a 7.
Oh, he was going around messing with all the bots. They got together.
You got that bespoke suspension, Frank.
You poke the bots, you get the suspension. That's what they say.
But yeah, Socks, thanks again for the raid. That's awesome. No, I don't know who I'm gonna raid now that you raided me. I was really depending on you being online.
Get back on.
Oh man, you know what? What level? I'm 17. I was thinking maybe tomorrow I would get a surname, but I don't know if that's gonna be the case.
Maybe. Well,
Saturday
actually,
for sure.
no, you only got like what, 2 levels this whole. Right?
I started right before 15, so I got 15 and 16.
Yeah, you might not get a surname tomorrow.
Not if we have to stay in this stupid camp, farming blues.
Could raid the next biggest Taylor Swift fan, Kuvani. I mean,
I think when Swifties meet each other, they have to fight. It's not like a friendly thing.
I don't know if you've seen the videos of her concerts. It's actually very.
Charlie, do I need to hold your earrings?
hold my snake scale.
I actually don't have. There's no class penalties because we're past the era of class penalties. I just have the 20% troll EXP penalty. So for those who don't know, by the way, if you're here brand new to the channel, I run a podcast every week on Everquest. Check it out. It's called Drama Quest. Here, I'll do the thing. Boom. There's a link in the chat. We're doing the history of Everquest, but not like the game. The history in the game of the players, the drama, all the juicy stuff you like to see on the forums. A lot of good episodes there. And now that Karantic got suspended, he can come on the show. And we could do Karantic 1 hour rant against Chrono Farmers. Is that your main account that you raid with on Mischief as well? Like, did they just mess with your RA? And if you want to keep up with the channel and all the YouTube videos and Twitch streams and podcasts and OnlyFans, there's a link to our Discord there, so check that out, please. Join it. Come send me 500 DMs so I can be on my phone 24/7. Dropcat, welcome to the stream, dude. Yeah, we've been like living in Kern's the last 2 nights. But we're ready to move out.
Starting no stream because we're here for now. A fun drama. I was maybe 16 and he used my dad's name and personal info to apply to be a guide and got accepted.
Nice.
Then used it to help my buddy and talked about what I did in game chat and promptly got banned from the program.
We have 3 Bury Night coming through. I hope Slazik is present. I have been slowed. I just harm touched the first one. How's your mana trolley?
Great.
Great, good. Why are chrono farmers allowed to just blatantly use MQ2 on TrueBox servers? I don't know. There's like a few reasons. One is like staff incompetence. Two is like team is too small, doesn't have time. Three is the bots pay so much money to the game that it would be like harming profit to address them. Four is GMs are corrupt. I think that's less likely. I don't want to get assassinated by the Chrono Farmer Mafia though, so I won't go further into any of that. That is really good drama, Doc. He didn't get his IBC till 21. Jeez. The thing I was ranting about yesterday was like the Chrono Farmers are in the same 5 spots every single server. Like you know where they're gonna be. You could just go there and see them 24/7 any time of day. I would hazard a guess that you will see them in Siren's Grotto. How in the world did you know? Like, a new server is going to launch. Will there be like an automated crew in the whole Old Sebelis farming Jade Chocodite prods and in Siren's Grotto? Odds are good. Crystal Ball says yes. Yeah, Frank, I had a friend who was a casual, and he was in the guild on, I think, Agnar. And he told me that there was nothing left on the Daybreak store for him to buy, and that he was sad. And I was like, what? He bought every weapon illusion on the store. Have I started making predictions? Not yet.
What is the estimated cost of that?
It's got to be like, I don't know, some ungodly amount. Like, just to hold it all, you have to have a bunch of 40 slot bags too, right? Yeah, it's always funny when you see someone in general chat like, I just bought 20 chrono. Why hasn't it appeared yet? And you're like, oh, if this is your first time, it's going to take like 24 hours for it to appear. Have fun. Later, Dirty Old Socks. Thanks for coming by, man. That was great. See you tomorrow.
You know, as a casual player myself, I love to buy a nice fairy illusion or anything where I can fly. But that's more for the benefit of being able to fly.
It is real nice.
Oh, you know what I like to buy is the pet illusions when I'm a mage.
Alright, we got 2 here. That lesser ice bone's gonna be a pain. Yeah, like all those title packs that you look at and you're like, who would ever buy these?
Yeah.
Fucking casuals.
Who wants to make a custom name for their mage pet? Me. I won't.
Hamshabam, are you talking about the old YouTube video of Charlie doing Solenzek?
Of Solenzek? I don't remember my explanation of Solenzek.
I think you did one a long time ago.
No, yeah, I wrote... I think there's like a thing where you put all of them together.
Yeah, there's a playlist with all trolley lore on it.
Yeah, I used to. So when I used to do trolley lore originally, we had just come off a D&D campaign, so I had a lot more innate knowledge. So my trolley lore was like, you know, had more facts in it.
Facts.
But I need to freshen up. I need to read a book.
Uh-oh. Alcahest has redeemed trolley lore. Alcahest, what lore would you like, sir?
Oh gosh. Yeah, not Bone Crusher Mountains. I would have remembered the real one. Yeah, you gotta pick lore just like you'd have to pick normal lore. You can take it back. I can give it back to you if you don't want to do it.
How dare you?
I have the ability to refund.
Charlie's so eager to not have to do lore.
Good night, Swanee. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, good night, Swanee. Always great to see you, dude.
Can we get Trolley Dirt secrets, like where we get to ask Trolley a question of the time Zaide got the most irritated and raged in game? I mean, I could do that.
I wonder when it was.
I don't know, like, I can't name a specific time, but I could tell you, like, what makes him the most mad. It's not anything unique.
Alcahest wants origin of a non-playable race.
What is a non-play? So, like, an ogre? Or not an ogre.
No, that's a playable one. Like a Bury Nye or a Knoll.
I was thinking of an orc.
Orc also.
I may have already done Lorth work, so.
Zrel never made it tonight.
Knoll, Sarnak, orcs, goblins. Let me see. What am I gonna go with? You know, I think I've done some sort of a Knoll the Karens.
I need a big heal.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Sorry. I gotta play the game.
Oh, after this heal, I'll be good. He just harm touched me. Well, I was snared.
Alright, I can do the Karens.
Karen's okay.
I don't think I've done Karens.
That's hype.
Orc lore would be nice to learn. I think the only reason is I think I've already done orc lore.
Well,
But I can do it again.
Finar, we should caution you that you won't necessarily learn
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, healing is only secondary to the lore. I'll do Karens and then maybe orcs after. Okay, so Karens are, you find them on Velius. But you go to the moon. They're a moon people. They are cats that were once on Earth, much like the Gnolls. I remember vaguely that Gnolls used to be pets of the elves or humans, and then they got rid of them or they rebelled. So the Karens, they didn't rebel. They actually loved the humans, and they, you know, always had the milk ready in the tuna cans. But one day, when Velius came sort of to cognition, I suppose, and came down to the earth and scratched the lands of Velius and grabbed the Karens from the humans, just grabbed them all, like sort of with a magical spell, not with a hand, because that would be impractical. So Velius grabbed all the Karens from the humans and abandoned them on the moon, and the Karens were lost. They didn't know what to do. They were like, man, where are the humans? Who's going to give us our milk and tuna? And eventually they had to just, you know, Lord of the Flies it and start to create their own civilization. And they learned how to build houses, and they had a hierarchy, and, you know, they built a nice little town. However, now they really hate all humanoid beings. So if you go there and you try to talk to the Karens, they'll be apprehensive at the very least towards you. Because they don't like humanoids, because they blame the humans for the actions of Velius, even though the humans secretly are very sad. Well, the humans don't remember it because it was a while ago, but the original humans were very sad they lost the Karens. Anyway, that's the lore of the Karens. I hope you enjoyed it.
Pretty good. This named mob dropped a Braineye Hide Choker, 4 AC, 2 Intelligence, 2 Agility. If you would like it, please random 1000. He also dropped a dusty sealed canopic. I don't know what it's for. The icon does look like there's just a few turds in a jar, though.
It's not really trying to stump me. It's more just like, if you want, it's just for fun. Really, I don't know anything.
Yeah, you can't stump Trolley.
You can't stump me because that would imply that at some point I could get it right, which sometimes is pretty close. Velius is God. Velius, what?
So you said Velius instead of Veeshan again.
I did it again. I did that last time, and I was thinking it. When I was thinking it, I knew the answer. But yeah. Velius is Veeshan technically, but in my mind, Velius is a god that created the moon. Do the Karens live on the moon?
No.
Where do they live?
They live on an island between Kanos and Antonica. Or sorry, between Kanos and Eridan, and they also live on an island off the coast of Toxulia Forest.
They live in like a place with a bunch of little huts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had the images right now.
The Vashir live on the moon.
Yeah, that's where I was getting it. I was getting them confused with the other cats.
Yeah, they come from the Karens. Ooh, Rev Bungie, EQ artifact. Is there any specific EverQuest artifact you would like to see? Flouts, it's like maybe an upgrade. It's 1 AC less, but it's a upgrade of agility and intelligence. It's debatable. You let me choose? Okay. Cloth map from Kunark. Okay. Hang on. Let me hide my camera.
I didn't do the orcs, I did the ogres. You're welcome. I hope it was worth your channel points.
All right, I got the Kunark big box here, and I got a little bonus one too. First, we'll do the bonus because most people haven't seen this. Oh my goodness, was my case? Oh no, my case was like apparently broken at some point. Anyway, boom, the EverQuest Legacy of Ukesha. A lot of people think that this did not get a physical release, but actually it did. Mine was sealed, apparently, until this last move, when it was slightly unsealed. Now, we will take our Kunark big box, and we will bust out that cloth map. Oh wait, hang on. Kunark big box is like real big. There we go. So let's open it up. Manual. Keyboard controls. Disc. My map's not in there. I don't know where I have my map at. I think maybe all my maps are like together in one thing. I have the map. I have like every EverQuest map that was ever released.
Yeah, it might be in a different area.
Yeah. RIP. I'm sorry.
There are many boxes of things in this home.
Oh, Frank has redeemed Trolley Lore. Castle
I kind of know
Mistmore.
that one. I don't know the details, but I think I know it. No, I might be wrong.
Okay, okay.
All right. Castle Mistmore is...
I think Lucklin and Pop were on multiple discs. I don't think that Kunark was on multiple discs. Oh, you're good, Trolley.
No, I'm trying to think.
Oh, you're trying to remember.
I think it's on Fatework, but we're gonna say it is. All right, so Castle Mistmore is on Fatework. It is ruled by a vampire, Lord Mistmore, and he was in love with what is now Carson McCabe's mistress, a lady vampire, and he, Carson McCabe kind of stole her away, and so Lord Mistmore went and took over Castle Mistmore and that whole area and cursed it with undead and ghosts and goblins and ghouls of, all the bad stuff.
The bad stuff.
When you go there, if you are a seemingly good race, like an elf or what have you, you are immediately in danger because he doesn't know that Carson McCabe is a bad guy. So he thinks that like a good guy stole his evil vampire lover, and that's why he's cursed the castle with all of the ghosts and ghouls to protect his castle. But really what he wants to do is destroy all of Carson McCabe's kind and hope to win over the love of his long-lost mistress, Mistress McCabe.
There we go.
There we go.
It's pretty good. Norin Zelkar, seriously, what?
But I think that was close, right? Isn't he like a vampire that like there's no?
Oh man, Norin. That's not.
You came in at the wrong time. If I am telling the lore, it is wrong.
Yeah.
Charlie Lore's fake lore. I take what I know and I try to make it a story.
Yeah. She fills in the blanks, and there's a lot of blanks.
There's a lot of blanks. There used to be less blanks. It's gotten worse.
Specific lore, Lord Grimrot. Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you got 2 now.
Okay. Elros, I feel super bad because you're in my group, but I'm gonna have to get you with the Lord Grimrot lore tomorrow. I can do the Coldain right the heck now, though. So the Coldain were a group of dwarves that sailed off, and I forget where they were trying to go, but they landed on Velius. I don't think that they were trying to get there. When they got there, they found out like, oh shit, it's rough over here. They found the giants, big problem. They established, as dwarves are wont to do, a small underground place to live, and tried to hide out there and make the best that they could. And they planned to one day return to Coldain. Among them was a young dwarf named Coldain. He was great with the pickaxe. He had a magical pickaxe. So Coldain would go on to make an important sacrifice, but that's later in the story. So anyway, the Coldain dwarves are doing their thing. They have scouts out that go get food and learn more about the land. Eventually, a scouting team is captured by the Giants of Kale. And they capture these guys and torture them, but they let one escape. So he thinks he got away of his own, free will and his own cleverness. He heads back to where the dwarves live to let them know what happened. Little did he know the giants followed him back secretly so they could learn where the dwarves were staying. So then the dwarves attack, or the giants attack the dwarven stronghold, and seeing that the army is like on the way and knowing that they have no chance, they decide to set up a bunch of fake tunnels that they can collapse, and that means like a lot of dwarves will have to be sacrificed. So a team that is there and volunteers to be the team that stays back and delays the giants is led by Coldain, and the rest of the dwarves sneak out a hidden entrance in the back, and they go try to find a new place to stay. Coldain is successful in destroying tons and tons of giants, weakening them significantly, and eventually will collapse a tunnel on himself to stop the giants' advance so the rest of the dwarves can get away. After his sacrifice, the remaining dwarves name themselves the Coldain dwarves after him, after Coldain. And eventually they abandon their dream of returning to Coldain and instead focus entirely on improving the lives that they have there on Velius.
There's also a trivia question earlier in the evening.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a good one. Yeah, I know, right? Imagine the giants sneaking around behind this dwarf. Norin, thanks for the follow. Valara, thanks for the follow. Did you do the missions in Prophecy of Ro with the Coldain? I did the least amount possible in Prophecy of Ro. Actually, on Mischief, Frank, I was like deployed for a little bit for the first month of Prophecy of Ro, so I missed a lot of it.
Why are
Charlie
the
Lore.
women in Miss Moore all bent over like that? Well, because he hates all women because he says a sperm lover, so he broke all their backs.
No, I think they're bent over like they're really pushing it out, you know?
Oh, yeah. So he's just got like a whole harem now.
You know what
up
he's
for it.
into, yeah. Boomba the Big.
Ooh, Boomba the Big. I know it wasn't. I was just answering the question. Boomba the Big. Boomba the Big is a giant, right? He's a giant.
Yeah, he's the ogre. He's the ogre vendor that is right inside the Freeport gates.
Oh yeah, we met him a couple streams ago. Boomba the Big. So Boomba the Big, you'll find in Freeport. He is a big ogre. So he is, he grew up sort of in the slums of Ogreton, of the ogre culture in Freeport. And he always was made fun of for being like the smelliest, I guess maybe he was made fun of for being the best smelling ogre, because really ogres you want to be smelly. And he was just picked on a lot, and he was like bullied. So when he grew up, he always wanted to be like, I'll show them, I'll be rich, and they'll see, the way any bullied person wants to like get back on their, attackers, I suppose. So he tried a bunch of business ventures to like try to get rich and be this ogre entrepreneur, and tried to like, get in dealings with dark elves and what have you. But basically it never worked out. And one day he just got into Freeport. He landed in Freeport and found this little corner, and he laid down all his wares that he had collected, but just sprawled out. And someone came up to him and was like, hey, can I buy, one of your bags? And he's like, yeah, sure, for 50 copper. And that's sort of how his trade skill began. And he realized that he could actually overcharge everyone all the time and become a very rich man. And that's how he became what he is. There you go, Boomba the Big.
Bam.
Now, if you go see him, he will rip you off. But really, the reason he's ripping you off is because inside he's hurting. His inner ogre child never healed. There you go.
Good job, Trolley.
Thanks.
While you were doing that, we had the Undead Jester spawn, and once again, no club. I feel like he is rarer here than he is on TLP, and the club is definitely rarer. Usually it only takes like a hour or two to get it.
I hope you enjoyed your lore, Piper. Always want to make your channel points worth it. Anyway. Welcome in, Valoro. Arm touched a corpse.
Right.
Save on Pink Puzzle Cutter. Okay. That's a fun name. I'll have to read more.
Okay, Elraz, I'm ready. Valara, this is TAKP. So, Lord Grimrot is someone that the Bloodsabers are working with. Captain Linarius tells you that he is a Bloodsaber, but I think that's not true because the Necromancer Guild leader in Kano's Catacombs says we're working with Lord Grimrot rather than, he's working for us or anything like that. But anyway, he's trying to bring about a undead army in the Karanas. He calls it his Field of Decay, and he is in South Karana. So, notable with him, I'm gonna have two mobs here, is that he is looking for his creation, potentially something that he is in love with. It is an unfinished quest as far as we know, but he tells you to go to Castle Mistmore, I think, and kill Ariana, something like that. And it's described as something that he built, a bit of flesh here, a bit of flesh there. Yeah, so kind of gruesome, but I don't think the NPC actually exists, or if it does, there's nothing you can turn into him. But he's used for the Aegis of Life quest, so you kill the undead version, you kill the live version, and you get a fancy shield. That's about all I know about Lord Grimrot. But I know you maybe have uncovered some lost lore text by asking a bunch of NPCs about him. So if you have, I'm interested.
All right. Good night, Piper. Thanks for stopping by.
Night, Piper.
Frank redeemed specific lore. Castle Mistmore. Oh, he wants to know the real story.
All I know about Castle Mistmore is that it like predates the elves' arrival on Fadeware, and that, you know, Mayong likewise seems to be older than the elves, or is rumored to be so. And the RPG guides for EverQuest, I think the Fadeware one doesn't even have Mistmore in it, oddly enough. All right, once we kill this mob, we should head back to the entrance so we can camp on out of here.
Okay.
We're real strong now, so should have no problem just blasting through here. Okay, good. I didn't miss anything then, Elros. He talks to you. If you're evil, you could talk to him. You could turn in Trumpy's skull to him. And it's funny because... hopefully you guys are following me. Yeah, you are. Don't back up. When you talk to him and you talk to the Necromancer guild leader and the Bloodsabers, they really talk up Trumpy, Iron Toe. They talk out, you know, about how the Iron Toe Brigade is like this legendary group. This is bad. Yeah, let's miss that Icebone. Of warriors that came from Caladim, and after a really bloody battle where most of them were defeated, they disbanded. And they're like, yeah, you should go kill him and bring him his head, or bring us his head. He's in South Kanos, but he'll be really challenging. He's like a level 7 dwarf. And they just chalk it up in the lore as him being drunk, because he's like a permanent drunkard. Yep. Maestro was originally supposed to be Mayong.
Try my best, Frank. Try my best.
I'm beginning to doubt, Bard. I'm beginning to doubt.
There's 16.
Nice, congratulations, Trolley.
So I will have to get spells before next time.
Yep. Man, on my first SSF character, my Permadeath Paladin, I would go into Mistmore and I camped that guy for the crested, the Spalders and the helmet. That zone is such a death trap. I never, there was no zone where I almost died so many times. Even Lower Guck wasn't as bad. All the mobs there run faster than like J-Boots speed. They're super fast. I don't know if they're faster than J-Boots actually, but they're faster than strafe running. It was real sketch. I almost died like every time in there. If you're asking me, I think Trolley lore is always better than real lore, Frank. Alright, just go straight. Got a little ad here.
Now, how risky is this run back?
That's not very risky. I mean, if you run by yourself, you'll die.
I just meant, like, should I start a poll, or like, are we just basically gonna survive?
And nah, we're just gonna be clearing. After this,
Okay.
it'll be like 1, maybe 2 mobs at a time, and they'll be all blue. Yeah. MM is real crazy.
See, if I was back in the day, if I was fresh, I would have remembered Mayong's name. So once I heard it, it was right there. Just got to start a new campaign. So
Why are they opposed to Mayong? Or why are they opposed to one another? So if you go back in, if you could find any of the logs from the actual classic GM events, like the Crystal Claw of Veeshan is a perfect example. Mayong Mistmore actually has a real big problem with the dragons. When they were doing the Crystal Claw of Veeshan, Mayong Mistmore shows up to try to stop it. Now, the Crystal Claw of Veeshan was sought. It was in the possession of Lady Vox, but a few members of the Ring of Scale came to Norath and disguised themselves as humans to lead adventurers to reclaim the Crystal Claw of Veeshan so that they could open the portal to Plane of Sky for the first time. And the reason they did that is because having lost their connection to Veeshan and their connection to the Plane of Sky entirely, the dragons throughout Norath were mostly condemned to sleep because Veeshan herself went to like Moral Thule and asked to be placed into a slumber, supposedly. Anyway, all that kind of to the side, the Ring of Scale came and convinced adventurers to try to get the Crystal Claw. And Mayong is like, hey, these are dragons, and I'm not going to let you dragons get the Crystal Claw of Veeshan, because he wanted the dragons to remain weak. So he has always opposed dragonkind, specifically the Ring of Scale. And the reason he opposes them is because they are basically, they're just a rival for him when it comes to power. At least at that time, they were. They're like semi-immortal creatures, and he seeks immortality or has already achieved immortality. So as for the bards, I think it's just because of like them being more or less Norath's news agency. So it provides an opportunity for things that they would rather keep hidden, both Mayong and dragons, to get out. But I think that is just a guess. I haven't really seen any good reasons on why the bards are hated by the Ring of Scale and Mayong. If you remember, like when Kunark first came out, they did like this big GM event where Verona Vi was kidnapped and the life guide was lost. And originally Danik Dorantath had kidnapped her, taken her to like Karnor's castle and City of Mist, Emerald Jungle area. And later on, somehow she falls into the clutches of Veeshan's Peak, or of the Ring of Scale, I think. So there might be something in that GM event text that explains the hatred. I might hit 18 on the way out. It's pretty close. Nice. A few more pathers roll up. I really wish I had used that mark thing, Frank, because I have so many like random lore things to mark in this video that I'm gonna have to go back and like spend an hour doing it.
Heavy video. Do a lot of sorting.
Yeah. I think that's the wrong way. I think it's this way. Wait, no. Is it this way?
Maybe I should be in charge of the buttons.
You should. I'm just gonna kill these two for the EXP.
Frank thinks you'll get better. Yeah, just practice. Once you do more of it, you'll get. Like, I feel lore coming on, and then you press the button.
I should. I actually made a whole scene for lore that I was going to use, and I decided not to use it. Like, I have a little thing. I shouldn't say a whole scene. It's not like a big thing. I just keep the stone UI. It's actually like a screenshot of the stone UI. And my camera becomes like, boom, the
it's just
viewport.
His face, but bigger.
Yeah. And then I talk about the lore.
Which is what we all want to see. Give the people what they want. I'm at 40.
Banner?
Yeah.
Easy. Kawada's in here, level 22, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
How many channel points do we redeem for Zaide to organize a new EQ fan fest?
You know, I heard a rumor. Actually, Bobby said it on my podcast that they were going to be doing a fanfare for the 25th anniversary. I already told all the faceless officers to start lifting weights and getting buff so we could beat up all the competing guild officers at the anniversary.
You get in, there's just like an octagon.
Right.
You get a nominated champion.
We're there, ready to box. See me. Yeah, watch out for the Navy SEALs and the Navy SEAL killer.
Nope. Go up.
Yeah, we're going upstairs. So close. 3 blues. 3 blues to level. I don't think there's 3 blues worth of mobs on the way out.
No. Did some guy claim to fight Navy SEALs? Is that the joke?
Yeah, Adabishi claims that he beat up 3 Navy SEALs in a 3v1 bar brawl.
Whoa. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not in the octagon.
It was one of those things where there was like a screenshot of it in a Discord conversation, and we posted it when he was like lying about some nonsense, and I expected him to be like, oh, that's like photoshopped, or to just like play it off like it was a joke. But he actually doubled down and instead said that like most Navy SEALs weren't that good at fighting, and that they tended to be more like computer nerds. A little bit Alcahest. Not a ton on his personal podcast. I know, it's like amazing. I mean, if they're just nerds, why are you bragging about beating them up anyway?
It's not nice to beat up nerds. It's really not nice to beat up anybody. We did it!
We did it. We survived 0
Yay.
deaths. Let's go. Let's go.
Turns out it's easy to live when you stay in one room.
Beat up nerds in a bar, right? Hey, it's just so crazy. I always bring it up because, like, you know, when a person lies about that sort of thing, obviously they lie about like a ton of things too. So whenever there's an outrageous lie, I just like remind people. I post a screenshot. I'm like, remember that this guy claims he beat up 3 Navy SEALs at once. All right, folks, let's go ahead get our raid set up here. We're gonna raid Kuvani.
Is she on?
Yeah. Wait, did she just get off?
She's not on.
Oh no. She was live a second ago.
No, I think she must have just got off. But she, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna cancel. We're canceling the raid.
Next time we'll do.
Who should we do?
I don't know. I was thinking we were gonna do her.
You know, I guess we'll raid Pitted.
Next time.
Let's raid
Good night,
Pitted.
Frank. Good night, everybody.
All right, here we go. Raid round 2.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Let's break 100. There's 98. 2 more people. Click yes. Click raid. All right, here we go. We're going. All right, folks, it was great. Thank you so much.